Ashley. Ashley, I know you said you're gonna be AFK, but you need to come back. Ashley, come back. Ashley, come back, because there's a Griff! There's a Griff. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you. Ashley, belated Link dances. Oh, so many Link dances. Oh, my God. Ashley and Carl and Brittany, thank you all so much for the resubs. Griff also appreciates them. Griff also appreciates them. Look at us. Look at us. It is great. And Flashfire! Ah! God, we're like fucking hype training already. This is great. This is great. This is great. Are you done with my excitement now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Ah. Yeah, do I need to put you down now? Oh, thank you. That was a good one. That was a good one. See, when James was here, he didn't like my face. Okay, you want... Okay. Okay. There you go. Goodbye. Be free. Don't look offended. You know it's not playtime. I still love you, though. Oh, yeah. Are they home? I don't know what just happened. Anyways. Hello. I feel great. 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 I feel bad. I don't even watch football. I can't remember my legs. Oh, that one's for you, Sassy. Alright, I'm sorry, I adjusted my little arm things last week. Alright, I think everything's finally plugged back in and working correctly. Ah, more hype train bits! I think I missed some other bits. Sassy, thank you for the 10 bits. Flashfire, thank you for the 100 bits. All the good stuff. We are off to Riverside and Warping with the 100 bits. So much is happening! It's great! It's awesome. Hey, guys. I think everything is set back where it needed to be. We had to make some adjustments for the surprise that happened last week with James being here. It was wonderful. I was so happy to have him. We had to keep that quiet for so long. It was insane. And spoilers, that's why we moved the stream from Tuesday to Thursday. I think you all figured that out now. But in-person personas seemed worth it. So, hey, so while we're here, do you guys want to see something cool? I've had it for a little while, but I haven't had a stream since I had it, other than the one I did with James on Thursday, and James was the surprise part on that one. Do you guys want to see something cool? Do you want to see something cool? I gotta scroll for a bit, hold on. Open up your ear holes for music you've never heard before. You see it? It's so good. Guys, I have my own custom Popski music. It's so good, and it's so me! I love it so much! I've been sitting on this for over a week! Full disclosure, this was a commission. He wasn't just like, Jen is super cool. Although that conversation did happen later. But he had commission slots, and I wanted to support him, and I was like, can I give you monies for a commission slot? And this is what he came up with for me! So excited. I listened to it on loop when he first sent it to me. I don't know how, like, you commission art, and you're like, here's references. Here's a description, here's references. I was like, how do you commission music? How do you do that? Oh. Fucking solo? Absolutely, Joe, thank you. It's so good! It's 3 whole minutes of fucking jams. Oh. Yeah, so I was like, how do you, like, what do you need from me? How do I do this? How do I do this? And it was like, well, he's like, if you know, like, an exact kind of thing you want, tell me that. He's like, otherwise, like, tell me, like, a sound style or genre, or, like, even just sending me other things that you like, whether it's some of my, like, what you like from my stuff, or what you like from just general existence. Like, so that way I know, like, what kind of sounds you like. So, yay, thank you all for that level 1 hype train! So I was like, cool, I was like, it's so good! Alright. Anyways. So yeah, so I sent him, I was like, hey, like, here's, like, my three favorite tracks from your stuff. And I feel like they have, like, the same, like, kind of pattern to them as far as, like, how the layers appear. And I was like, I like these things. So I was like, I like those. And I was like, and here's, like, I'm a big old Zelda slut. So I was like, here's, like, Zelda songs I really, really like. And here are the reasons I like those. Does that help? Anyway, let me see what I can do. And I heard nothing for 3 days. And then he was like, hey, can I add you on Discord? I was like, yeah. Because it was the best way for him to send me the file. Just, I gave him what I thought was nonsense, and that fucking popped out. I was like at work, just like, I jammed. I like live reacted to it to him, and then I restarted it. It was great. Oh, anyways. Is it solely provided to you or is it included in his repertoire available to listen to on Spotify? I believe it was just provided to me. I don't think it's gonna be in the Spotify mix. What I'll probably do later is, like, tweet, like, fucking showed this off, and I'll tag him in it. And at that point, if you wanted to, like, ask him, you could do that. I'll give permission for it. Yeah, I want everybody to jam to this. It was so good. I loved it so much. We'll listen to it again later. But yeah, I've been sitting on that I got that right after, whatever my last stream was before James got here. Because I know I had to cancel too, because work was shenanigans. So I was like, I got it literally like the day after. And I was like, all right, next stream, we're doing the music. This is gonna be great. And then I had to cancel it because work things. I was like, next stream, it's good, we're gonna do, and then I had to cancel that because of work things. So I went, next stream is James, it's gonna wait. It was so good. Anyways. We're gonna Persona. It's gonna be great. There might be some microphone troubleshooting when I get on the call with James. It was acting a little bit weird. Because I did have to change some audio stuff while James was here, and I apparently am missing a setting somewhere. Or just the testing didn't work right. I don't know. I'm taking it easy on the drinking tonight. I say taking it easy. It depends on your point of view. This doesn't look like much. This is a sipping drink. This is pretty much just rum. It's got a little bit of cream in it. Just like I put a little splash of half in there. But it's mostly rum. The Kraken makes a coffee rum. And it's great on ice. You just fucking pour rum in your glass and go. So anyways. See, at this point, I might as well stall for another 4 minutes, and then James can just be here at the beginning. It looks like chocolate milk. Yeah, it doesn't taste like chocolate milk. Just promise you that right now. Cool. I'm not worried about any of that stuff happening on my phone. It's great. I am gonna go close my door, though, because doggies are done. And I'm loud. Now Jeff doesn't have to hear me yell all the time. Yes, things and stuff. Oh, his little circle turned green. His little circle's green. Oh Lord, he coming! It's gonna happen. Had my first full day of work today after almost 2 months off. Oh, how was that? Hey, look! I did stall enough! I didn't turn off the auto shit on my light. What's up, sir?
What is up, internet and Jen?
Hey! Can you hear me okay? Am I cutting out and being weird?
Well, you're not cutting out.
Okay.
But
being
weirdness
weird.
is to be decided.
Yeah, I set myself up for that. I shouldn't have been surprised. I shouldn't have done that, guys. Don't freak out. My camera is gonna disappear for a hot second. But it's intentional. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. And everything's fine again.
Yeah, because nothing makes me feel more confident when someone keeps saying, it's fine, it's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean that's like the whole thing here, though. Like that was like a whole thing, is that phrase, like constantly. So
yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it got to a point where I was like, well, shit, if I finally, you've known about it as long as I have. I finally got to show my Popski music.
Nice.
So we all just had a wonderful time with that. And then after geeking out about that for a little while, I was like, oh my god, if I just stall for another, like, 4 minutes, James will be here. So I was like, I might as well just stall for a few minutes.
Well, you know what? Everything is just coming up Jen tonight.
You know what? I deserve it after the day that I had.
I know you have had a day. I don't know if Chad knows how much of a day you've had, but you've had a day.
They don't know, and they can't know about most of it.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, you're under friend DA, so I can share things with you.
Wait, am I under the FDA?
Yay! That was a bad joke.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke.
Yeah, just all around, just like lack of kudos all around. Well, it looks like Sassy was back from maternity, and Boss was being good and saying thank you for coming back. So, yeah, Sassy, how was your first day back?
How are you doing? Are you still did the rest of the family return from their little adventure, or are you still man of the house all by yourself?
No. Well, I am still a man of the house, but my family is back. But
okay.
No, they got back yesterday, right around lunchtime. But they only beat me by about 11 hours because of, believe it or not, Chad, I had flight troubles getting back to Nashville.
So many flight troubles. First, before we get into that story, what was I doing?
Well, it is the last semester of school. So
am
right
I just
now,
on social link shenanigans right now?
Yeah, you're just on social link shenanigans until Margaret gets a hold of you to say, hello, this is where Marie is hiding.
All right, well then I'm gonna pull up my little rupee list of things that I owe people. All right, you can tell your stories now.
Yeah. Before we do the rupee list, though, I still think you have not maxed Yukiko or Chie, which is a absolute must. So
Gotcha.
those. Yeah, your immediate party should be top priority.
We'll check those in a second. Hey, fun fact, I was trying to open my list and I accidentally clicked on Hollow Knight, and I'm really hoping it's not going to try to launch Hollow Knight right now. My computer might have a meltdown.
I see that Jen is already trying to go to a different game after 105 hours, I think we clocked.
It's so many. Hold on 1 second. Task manager. Hey, don't do that. Did I get it in time? I think I
Flashfire, it's always good to see your text messages. And I hope everyone else is doing well. Wartburg is doing a wood burning. Oh wait, no, you're making a wood burning about everything. My flight troubles. You should entitle it the Connor experience.
He really did curse you.
He did.
You are 100% cursed.
I am cursed by Connor. Not only did I lose a very contested Stardew Valley bit war, but now I got collectively 7 hours of airline delays just going to Austin.
It was, yeah, so you got to tell all the stories about, oh god, these fucking snowman. You got to tell all the stories about trying to get here when you were here, and now you get to tell everybody about the adventures you had on Sunday.
Yeah, believe it or not, chat, I did not just jump back into the microphone to my home. I actually had to get on an airplane. And I was cautiously optimistic because our flight boarded on time. There weren't any big troubles outside of the fact that Bachelor Party Beta was back on my flight, very hungover, with a bachelorette party that was equally hungover, so that was fun. But I just popped my headphones in, I was playing my Switch, and like everything was great. And now I had told Jen and Jeff that I knew there were going to be thunderstorms in Nashville, like around when I was supposed to land. And I'm like, well, they haven't canceled my flight. And I kept checking because, like, if they canceled it or delayed it, I'm like, well, maybe I guess I have to hang out with Jen and Jeff some more.
Oh, no.
Which is, I know, is terrible. The worst thing ever. So, we took off, no problem. We were about to cross into Tennessee where the pilot came on and goes, this is your captain speaking. There's a severe thunderstorm in Nashville and they've shut the airport down. So we're going to be in a holding pattern until we hear otherwise. Thank you. So watching Southwest on their little app tracking the flight, we're just doing circles over the Mississippi-Tennessee border.
I forgot
several
Teddy was
times.
here.
Big bro, why is Teddy here? So we're circling around, and I'm still playing my Switch. All is well. And then I hear the pilot come back on, like, "This is your captain speaking. We're being diverted to Birmingham because we're gonna run out of fuel if we keep this up." Which, let me tell you how hungover people react when the only thing they hear is "out of fuel" and nothing else. They were starting to get a little panicky, a little itchy, and what is Teddy doing?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what he's. I remember what he's doing now. He found the body you buried that made the wheat veggie grow so good.
What are we doing?
You're growing veggies.
Have I not explained to him that veggies don't grow in the winter? Like, is that what's happening? He thinks he's gonna find veggies and he's just really upset about it?
Maybe.
Oh, sentence. That's a sentence.
Yeah, it is.
Found a hibernating bug? What the fuck? What?
Found the ladybug.
Ladybugs are fucking tiny! How would I even notice that?
Teddy has a great nose, apparently.
Oh, I don't feel like I've seen this grasshopper before. What? They're so shy. Let me pull them out of their ground. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay,
Are
anyways.
bugs veggies too?
To Nanako, probably.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, so yeah, you're gonna run out of fuel.
We're gonna run out of fuel, so we land in Birmingham, which is not Nashville, for those who have a map. So I'm in Birmingham, we land, and Southwest has 2 gates in Birmingham, and Southwest sent 6 flights to Birmingham on redirect, and we were flight number 6. So what would happen is we had to stay on the tarmac, 2 by 2, planes would go to the gate, garbage would be emptied, additional refreshments would be added while they were refueling the plane, they would take off, and then the next 2 planes would come in for the same thing. So there were effectively 2 sets of planes ahead of us. So we were in Birmingham collectively 2.5 hours. And let me tell you, when a plane lands, like the air conditioning isn't really air conditioning. They're just letting in the really cold air from outside the plane in to cool the plane down. So when the plane is on the ground, you're just getting recirculated heat. And when you're hungover, people start getting a little nauseous and turning green. I'm like, please, like today has been a day already. Please do not throw up on this plane. Please do not throw up. Do not throw up anywhere near me. And fortunately, they all kept their lunches down. People were lining up to go to the bathroom, which is very awkward because aisles are very narrow, and Americans on average are not narrow. Yeah, and then I got to hear all the lovely conversations around me. I'm pretty sure this bachelorette party was composed of the people that were at Hanks with us, Jen.
No.
Because here's what I heard, even through my noise-canceling headphones. My flight to Cleveland is canceled. So I don't know what to do. And they're like, well, Kelly, why don't you just come to Columbus with me and rent a car? And it was that for like 30 minutes as they're like calling people. And I was like, oh no. Next they're going to tell me spaghetti is spicy.
Right?
And, yeah.
God. Hey, Logic, thank you very much for that sub.
You know, I did the link dance just out of habit, even though I don't think anyone can see me.
I could feel it. I felt the energy of the link dance.
Good.
That's the true power of the link dance. I can't spend time with anybody, so I guess I'm gonna go tutor the stupid. I'm gonna go tutor young James.
Excuse me.
I was gonna say I was gonna go tutor the stupid kid, and I was like, oh wait, no, this is better. I'm gonna go tutor.
Well, you
young
should be
James.
tutoring a stupid kid, so maybe he won't be as stupid anymore.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how James ended up so smart. Maybe I went back in time and tutored him as a dumb kid.
Oh, well, that has so many, like, butterfly implications. I don't even want to start thinking about that. But, yeah, so we finally take off from Birmingham. It is a 30-minute flight from Birmingham to Nashville, and then we land. Hey, Jen, you know what a fun fact about closing an airport for an hour does?
Please tell me.
Every plane is delayed coming into Nashville. So, even though we landed, we had about 15 other planes ahead of us, and there's only so many gates at Nashville's airport. So we got to wait on the tarmac another 45 minutes until we actually got to a gate.
Jesus.
I know. So what originally turned into me getting back to Nashville at 6 p.m. and probably back to my house by 7 turned into me rolling in at a gentleman's 11:30 and unpacking my stuff and immediately collapsing.
God.
So yeah, that's the curse of Connor. I'm sure he had whittled a voodoo doll of me and was just stabbing needles into it. It's like, aha, you're gonna have poor flight troubles because of a joke I made 3 years ago.
Look, Connor holds a grudge, man.
Yeah, he does.
Ugh.
Oh, you're gonna eat Yukiko food, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I'm glad you didn't learn anything over the course of 9 social links.
I mean, that tracks, though. That tracks that I learned nothing. It's okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and shove it into my mouth.
Well, that's on the internet.
It's delicious!
That's also on the internet.
Really? Thank goodness. Oh, well, of course it is.
Yeah, Ashley, I like to immediately unpack when I get home. It's just, I don't want that hanging over my head. Like, do I have to do this in the morning? And plus, I need my toiletry bag because, you know, I gotta get my face all pretty before I go to bed.
James, would you like to hear something funny about a key difference between Jeff and I?
I would love to hear a key difference between you and Jeff.
So he is also on team Unpack Immediately.
Uh-huh.
I, on the other hand, play the pull out what I need as I need it game, and I will end up with a suitcase that still has shit in it like 2 months later, just still sitting in the closet.
Yeah.
Because I haven't needed the stuff out of it, so like, why?
So, okay, so with that knowledge, I have a follow-up question, Jen.
Uh-huh.
So, Jen, I know it's been a while since you've moved last. How long does stuff stay in the box until everything is unpacked in a new house?
Okay, we're gonna touch on that in a second. Liz, the quote doesn't count if what I did was just read the screen. I just read the screen. That's not a me quote. That's a Persona 4 quote. Persona said it. I read it out loud. No. Anyways, so I will unpack, like, the stuff that is necessary for living very quickly. And then I'll unpack the stuff that's like, these are the active decorative items of, like, these frames that I know will be up and these things that go on these bookshelves and, like, all that stuff. But I've got a box where it's like, cool, like, this is stuff that, like, ultimately, like, there are things where it's like, this is, like, I need to keep it, but I don't necessarily, like, need it, and it doesn't necessarily have a place other than just staying also in a box, just maybe in a more organized fashion. We still have some of those that are just, like, I've opened them, and I've made sure, like, been like, what's in here? And I've, like, rearranged the shit, but, like, or, like, looked in and been like, I know it's in here now. And so, like, those boxes are just boxes, because I was like, don't actively need this stuff, but I can't get rid of it for X, Y, or Z reasons.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, take that how you will.
It is taken.
But he told me I've gotten a lot better.
But yeah, so made it home. I unpacked, immediately fell asleep, and yeah, went to work the next day. So
yay!
Yay! Yeah, and you know what? As much as I complained about the flight troubles and all of the wonderful stories I now have from flight troubles, it was still worth every minute I spent in Austin.
Yay!
So.
It was so good to have you here. I am already like, I want to see him again. He needs to come back, or I need to go there, like right now.
I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to the powers that be. I'll submit my paperwork in triplicate. Well, you know, I got so many Southwest vouchers because of my flight troubles. I might be able to like get almost a free trip.
There you go. Perfect. I will fully wrap myself out to the internet. I know I kind of tweeted it, but like I'll elaborate on it. When it was time to take you back to the airport, I was crying before we even left my neighborhood. We didn't even make it off my street. We weren't even off my street, and it was already not good. And then I like kind of got myself back under control. Like, this is fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just James. Like, why am I so upset? And then we got on the highway, and I think you said something like, you know, I really had a great time. It was so good to be here. And I was like, it was really good to see you. And then I started crying again. I was like, well, this is stupid. And then you were like, oh, well, if you're already crying, I was waiting to do this till we got closer to the airport, but let's just do it now. And then you said a bunch of really nice and frankly untrue things, but a bunch of very nice and very encouraging things. And so then I was just like, I was the kind of crying where I was like barely holding it together. And I was like, if I try to speak, I will start doing like the hiccup sobbing. And I'm like, I'm driving on the highway. I can't do that. So I'm gonna not, I was just like uncomfortably like not saying much of anything. And then I got myself back under control. We got to have like a kind of a conversation for a little bit. And then we got to the airport and I dropped you off and I fucking ugly cried the entire 30-minute drive home. like ugly crying. Like, got home and Jeff was like, are you okay? And I'm like, clearly not. Clearly this is a problem. My whole face is red. My whole face is wet, whether from tears and running nose. I was just like, I was a disaster.
And, you know, and then, you know, that coupled with Connor's curse, just, you know, despite both Connor and your best effort, it took an extra 3.5 hours, but I made it home. Like the Cosmos was trying to pull that plane to not Nashville. Like at first it was Birmingham, and you know maybe if Connor tried a little harder, it would have just stayed in Austin. But no, Birmingham was as good as he could do.
Yeah, really, this is Connor's fault for not being better at cursing you.
You know what? I would agree with you, but I'm afraid of agreeing with you on that regard on the internet because I don't know what's going to happen like 4 years from now. When was that Stardew Street? Like, was that 3 years ago? Was it sooner than that?
Continuing my studies for a job license.
I want to say it was while I was still in Michigan is when all that was going down, and I've been here 4 years. So minimum, I've been here 4.5 years, so minimum at least 4.5, almost 5 years ago.
Was it really that long ago?
It had to have been. I moved here in 2017, and I swear that was while I was still in Michigan.
Oh, that's wild if it's been that long. Like I know COVID has messed with my sense of scale, but wow.
Yeah, I'd have to look. Like I'm sure I can look it up.
We were children back then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like, was it all while I was still in Michigan? Like that would be the real line. Okay, Liz is gonna look it up for us.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. Flashfire. What would have happened if they canceled my flight when I was in Birmingham? All right, so good news. Jen and Jeff know this, but I don't think chat does. My wife literally knows everyone in this country. She does. She like every single person. Like the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon was inspired by my wife. So we actually have a very good friend who lives in Birmingham, and my wife, being the excellent person that she is, when I told her I landed, I'm like, "Hey, I landed." She's like, "Oh, great!" Like I sent her a picture of the flight tracker. I'm like, "Guess where I am, though?" and she saw I was in Birmingham. She's like, "Oh, here, let me text so and so," and so's like. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happened. I have a spare bedroom. If your flight's canceled, my house is open to you, which is very generous. Also, Birmingham is like a 2-hour drive from my house because I live south of Nashville, which is closer to Alabama. So I would have rented a car and just drove up if worst case scenario, and I still probably would have beaten the plane home too.
You definitely would have. I did math. You would have beaten the plane. I mean, both of these were the wrong answers, though. At that point, you just go, well, the universe is telling me I'm not supposed to leave Austin. So then you rent the car and you just come back to Austin. Like that.
Yeah,
that's what should have happened.
Yeah, maybe I'd swing by Aaron and Aaron's old place if they forgot anything,
There you
and then
go.
yeah, we'll make a trip of it.
I don't plan to leave anymore, but
So yeah, that was
as
my
well.
I call it the Connor experience.
Yeah. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10.
I'm glad I
Yeah, it's
realized
0 out of
it sooner.
10. Actually, 1 out of 10 because now I have material to work into my 5 minutes of stand-up.
There you go. Your 5 minutes of stand-up is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
If I'd struck out on my own, I know I would have regretted it.
That should be a homework assignment for next Persona stream.
No.
Yes.
I don't know what my 5 minutes would be. I really don't.
Well, we could workshop it offline.
Like, I know I have a lot of,
wanted to
like,
become
good
completely
stories, but if you, like,
self-sufficient.
putting me on the spot... Oh, the music changed. Fuck. It's like, I don't know. Like, if you ask me right now, like, what's my best story? Shit, I don't know.
That's
don't
why we got to workshop it
Yeah.
offline.
But I think I was
I mean, I
being
know
presumptuous.
you have to play a game right now. You have to put up with me. You got to be careful of what you say because Liz is trigger happy on the quotes.
Yeah, I do really have to be careful about that. Now, I don't think the can openers, like, I
Oh!
like, rant about. Oh, no.
Can openers. Hey, chat. Guess what?
No. No. What he's about to say is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Just-
We can play it that way.
Oh, no.
So-
Don't abuse that.
No, so I got the opportunity while I was at Jen's to try out both the Jeff can opener and then the can opener I bought for Jen as a joke. That apparently everyone thought was a joke except for a few of us who actually did try to send can openers.
We ended up with several. Did you? Okay, I kept meaning to point this out, but then I kept forgetting. You saw the mallet, like the meat tenderizer that was just sitting on the counter for several days,
Yeah,
right? That
did
was
see that.
Joe sending me a can opener. Joe labeled it a can opener and sent that to me.
Well, you know what? I have to say that's the most unique can opener I've seen in a while.
It was pretty great. Anyways, continue.
I did not know that. That is hilarious. Joe, if you're in chat, that was,
it was
magnificent.
Very funny.
So I tried both can openers. They both cut well, but Jeff's can opener felt better to grip and it did not slip off the can once.
Okay. Oh, this is actually. See, you said a key thing here. That you said it felt better to grip.
Yeah.
I would point out I have much tinier hands. I have different hands, like massively. I think you guys have you're more similarly hand-sized. Maybe that's it.
Jeff and I shop at the same hand emporium for like gloves and other, hand apparel.
Sure, yeah, let's just fucking go with it. Anyways, but yeah, I wonder if maybe that's actually the key difference.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But you know what? You know what another key difference is? Just the middle daughter's here to say hi.
Woo!
Can you say hi, internet?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hi, Sticky.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Did you have fun on your trip?
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
What did you do on your trip?
Okay.
You don't know? Did you go swimming?
Yes.
Can you say it louder?
Yes.
Yo. No, that's right. That's Daddy's character when he plays this game. You've identified him. Very good. What did you do in the swimming pool? You jumped? Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Did you get your hair wet?
Yeah.
Was it okay? Was it okay getting your hair wet? Yeah.
Yeah, that's so brave. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
But no, that's not. It's nice that you love so many people.
I love you too, sweetie.
Oh. Can you say goodnight, internet?
Can
Can you say it louder? There
Good
you go.
night.
Good night. I love you. And I just realized I wasn't on mute when I said it, but I don't care. I hope the whole internet knows I love my children.
It was very adorable. So apparently we did continue Stardew after I got to Austin. So
Okay.
all right, there we go. I swore
it
we
was-
finished it before I got here, but time has no
Still-
meaning anymore. So
Still, 4
Have
years
the
is
inn.
quite a lot of time. I mean,
My family.
4 years ago,
Have the
I didn't have
waitresses and
children.
chefs.
yeah, yeah. Apparently our last session was around when just the youngest was born.
Just the young. Oh.
Is what
that
Liz
was
says. So
two-
apparently,
two-
there's no way Stardew lasted that long. I don't believe that either. I'm gonna look it up later. It's fine. It was some time ago.
To the internets.
Yeah.
I am who I am now.
Sassy, get used to it now because louder and higher pitch are the exact same thing.
Just say the other one. Just say the other one. Be like, can you say it higher? I don't know if that means anything there. Now that I think about a child, I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna look at me and just start quoting Dazed and Confused. Because I don't want to say we watched a lot of it while my wife was pregnant, but it's one of my wife's favorite movies. So
When I think of it that way, my problems aren't just my own.
thank you, List.
Thank you. Your 52 parts in your solo play, it's possible. I mean, but I also restarted at one point. It was a whole thing, and I think I did solo again after while all that was going on. That doesn't mean shit. And I also stopped keeping YouTube up to date. So we'll look at it later. I'll fix it in post or whatever the fuck.
That's why I'm going to stay here by my own will.
Well, you know what? With the with all the flight troubles and all of that, I think there's a lot of code words that have developed, and I think spicy spaghetti will absolutely be like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is a very spicy spaghetti situation.
Hey! Got the max.
There you go. Hey, Joe, welcome back. Yes, we did talk about your excellent can opener that we all very much appreciated.
It was very wonderful. Oh, I don't like this one as much. Visually.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well,
Oh.
good thing the game's almost over, right?
This is my new
Right?
power.
Yeah, sure.
Totes.
The power you've shown to me. Power I will treasure.
I mean, here's the thing about the can opener. Yukiko, I'm gonna need you to stop talking. Can we be
I
done
want
now?
you to have this.
Gross. I'm gonna finish this. Oh, I got a charm. All right, this is the least. Remember when my fucking girlfriend gave me a sign, gave me an autograph in this moment?
Yeah, she gave you an autograph like she's Johnny Cage, just writing an autograph. Here you go,
For my
kid.
shrine, to protect you.
If you break up, I bet you can put that up on eBay and make a tremendous amount of money.
There we go.
But you would never break up with Laura Bailey. You're gonna get married and run the tofu shop together.
No, if we break up, it's because she decided we were over. This is not a choice I make at any point.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Do you think the
think of you
autographed
as an irreplaceable
picture is in the
friend.
prenup?
She gets that back.
Yeah.
No matter how far apart we are, even if we never meet again, that feeling will never change.
Oh, I remember being in high school too. Oh, I don't care how far away our colleges are. We're gonna be best friends forever. 3 months later, who the fuck are you?
Oh my god. Yeah. And there it is. Got it. All right. Oh, I think she's gonna keep talking.
Oh,
No, I have a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, other fusion possibilities.
Scathath. From Irish lore.
Okay, great. What's happening here? Evade ice.
That's useful.
Yeah, it is. All right, what do I want to get rid of?
So, do you want to hear a wild suggestion?
Well, let me review what I got here.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Give me a wild suggestion. I feel like I'm getting rid of Fire Amp.
No,
Okay.
I would get rid of Divine Grace.
What?
Because, hear me out. All of your magic that heals does full hit points. So Divine Grace is not going to do anything. You can't have more than 100% heal.
I mean, well, not with that attitude, you can't. God, no.
Okay.
Man, Vasile's gonna be such a shitty cleric when we actually get hurt.
What?
If you're like putting limits on, you're like, if you can't heal that much, it's like, all right, well, sir, it's like your thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
that
yeah,
makes
like
sense.
I cast mass heal. I only needed like 150 hit points, so that other 550 is going to go into the healing bank for later.
See, if you're really good at it, then it would all just become temporary hit points. Can you imagine if you could do that with mass heal?
Hey, I'm going to talk to Aaron.
Oh, that would be so incredible. That would be fucking wild.
Oh,
You need to, okay,
man.
I'm putting this down right now. If we get to a point where we actually get our level 9 spells, if we actually get far enough in the campaign where that's a thing, you need to convince Aaron that you need to be able to roll for mass heal. And like, whether it's he makes you roll percentile and you just happen to get 42 and that's how that works, or if there's like a more likely scenario where that works. But like that, I think if we get to that point, you should be like, look, man, fucking wild idea. He's gonna be like, sure, you can do it, but there's a possibility then the whole thing fails if you like roll a 1 or whatever. Which would also be wild. Can you imagine if we're in a mass heal situation? And you cast, he's like, all right, fucking roll, and you beef it on whatever scale he's decided is appropriate, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If it's like, if I roll a 1, I'm going to say, oh, no, that was my divine intervention for mass heal.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, all right, yeah, we'll get rid of this thing.
It served you well, but now that you're at like heal full hit points,
Yeah.
heal everyone's hit points to full, you won't need that.
I've never known any boys who I could call close friends. I'm very happy.
I can hear it in your
shall we?
voice.
Let's talk. What do you think we've fucking been doing for the last 9 goddamn months?
She wants to learn more about how boys operate so she can hunt them for sport. She lures them in with good cooked box lunches.
Yeah, it's okay. I spent a long time talking with Yukiko while eating her boxed lunch.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Flashfire, my soul hurts, and my soul hurts even more now. Logic Killer, your girlfriend's giving you a lot after. Oh, I don't, like, is that plural or possessive?
Yeah, what?
I mean, both are fine in my books. I just want to, I'm so neurotic, I want to make sure I understand exactly what is being said.
Okay, I'm not gonna do this yet. I'm gonna go see if I can find Chie to spend time with her, and if I can't, I'll come back and I'll cook.
There you go.
Okay, so... oh, you got something?
No, go on. After you.
So the can opener.
Can opener.
Agree to disagree on that.
That's fair.
You know what you were actually definitely wrong about, though?
Yeah, and it's 100% on my list.
So one of the things we did while you were here is I think we've talked about it. Fuck yeah, Chie's here. We've talked about it on a stream before. We talked about our speakeasies, the one that you have near you and the one that we have near us, and we took you to ours.
It was amazing.
Yeah?
Absolutely amazing. 100% amazing. 10 out of 10 would do again.
I am glad you enjoyed it. It was awesome because like we haven't been back for a while because pandemic, and so the whole menu has changed. So I say the whole menu. There's a couple of like the things that I really love that are still there, but for the most part, giant whole new menu. And my favorite part is you ordered a drink that was literally called mac and cheese and it came with like cheese in it. It's fucking wild.
Yes, it did. And it had McCullen in it, so that's why it was called a mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was wild. Anyways, but while we were there, so they're very good about these wonderful cocktails, and they give you water, and I don't think the water initially had this. I don't know anymore. But at some point, I took a sip of the water. I was like, "There's fucking cucumber in here," and both you and Jeff were like, No, there's not. It's like, there's fucking cucumber. Because I think we'd also just talked about how I can, like, taste things, like, the things that I strongly dislike. I was like, I can pick up that flavor fucking anywhere. And all of a sudden, I was like, now that you mention it, there's cucumber in this fucking water. You guys, like, kept drinking it. I checked Jeff's glass. I was like, maybe, like, mine got refilled and yours didn't, and, like, now it's cucumber. No, I was like, there's fucking cucumber in this water. And this went on for a while.
Like, it did, like at least 30 minutes. So.
Yeah. And so finally our waiter comes back, who was great. Even though we haven't been back in forever, he recognized Jeff and I. And so we got to like talk to him, and it was wonderful. And I was like, Slim, my dude, I have a very weird question for you. Is there cucumber in this water? And he laughs, and he's like, I just had to answer this question for another table. Yeah, there's cucumber in this water. I was so excited. I've never been so happy to be right about something. Because you were both adamant that I was crazy about that particular thing. No way, you're just making stuff up. You're just so prejudiced against cucumber. Cucumber doesn't have a taste. What are you talking about? No, I could taste it, and it was fucking in there.
So, you know, what I'm realizing, you know what they say about men that have large hands? They cannot taste cucumber in water.
Yep, that's definitely a saying. I've heard that one before, for sure.
Yeah. I think it was in Proverbs, actually. Yeah, but no, that was, aside from the cucumber incident, it was an excellent night. And you know what made that night even better, Jen, aside from the company?
What, James?
The people watching that occurred in said speakeasy, especially at the table across from us. Oh, boy.
It occurs to me the speakeasy was the one place you didn't have your long-standing problem of the weekend of where everything interesting was happening behind you. It was behind me for the most part. You actually got to see things in the speakeasy.
Yeah, so chat, basically, no matter where we went, all of the interesting things happened behind me, and it would be very awkward for me to, like, turn around and stare. But the speakeasy, I got to see exactly what was going on. Jen, would you like to tell the story, or
No, I'll let you take it. I'll let you take it.
Okay. So, here's what happened, chat. At the table across from us sat a young girl. We'll say probably like mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Probably closer to mid 20s. And she was sitting there by herself at a table for 4. And she got a drink, and she was enjoying her drink, and she kept checking her phone. And I think the three of us collectively started feeling a little bad. Like, oh, is she alone? Should we see if she wants to Pathos. I'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Pathos, don't ruin the punchline. So we're starting to feel bad, and then I had the idea. It's like, well, my wife and I met at a speakeasy on a blind date, and maybe she's just checking to make sure that her date is coming and that he knows what she looks like, because apparently that's a thing at speakeasies. So after a bit, two older people came to sit at the table, and they were very clearly her parents. The resemblance was crystal clear. And I'm like, oh, she was waiting for her parents. I bet they got lost. It's weird to get to the speakeasy. It's actually legit difficult. And then 20 minutes later, a dude shows up not dressed like anyone else in the speakeasy. Like I would say like business casual is the best way to describe it. He shows up in a t-shirt, shorts with a high inseam, and sneakers. Sits down and goes.
And a baseball hat too.
That's
Can't
right.
forget that.
I couldn't remember if he had the baseball because I knew the other table were all wearing baseball hats, and I couldn't.
Oh
I
god,
didn't want to.
he definitely had. Not even like it was like one of the mesh baseball caps too. So I noticed it matched his shoes. It was the same white and gray going on.
Yeah. So my daughter is still awake and at the foot of the stairs. So why don't you take this part over, Jen, because I can't say it out loud.
I was gonna actually ask to do this part. So, because I'm the one who heard this first, and I got to relay it to the table. So he walks up, and as he's sitting down, he's like, "Man, sorry I'm late." He's like, "We were getting real drunk on 6th Street." So he's been pre-gaming. We're getting real drunk on 6th Street, and I just really had to take a piss and a shit, but I'm good to go now.
Yep. All right. And you know what, Chad? If that doesn't make you uncomfortable, this next part will. Because I'm an eagle-eyed observer who has a very high passive perception. I noticed that she was wearing an engagement ring, but not a wedding band. He was not wearing a wedding band, and they were canoodling.
Yeah.
And so this is very clearly like a recent engagement, and I'm pretty sure this is either like the first or second time this dude is meeting his fiance's parents. And I don't want to say there was seething anger from the parents, but it was definitely I really don't like this, but my daughter seems happy, and I'm just trying my best to get through this. Like a piano recital, or I don't know, a book drive, you know, like I don't want to be here, but I'm here for the greater good kind of thing.
Who pre-games for a speakeasy? This guy. Just guy real hard. My guess is he forgot about these plans. And his fiance texts him and be like, "Hey, like, I'm still waiting here. Like, my parents are on their way. Like, where are you?" And he was like, fuck. Like, that is fully my expectation of how that transpired.
Yeah, so that was that was just a wonderful train wreck occurring right before my eyes.
And then there was the mini train wreck happening behind me.
Which one?
The malfunctioning shirt is how I will describe it. Yeah,
I had completely forgotten about malfunctioning shirt. Here, why don't you take this one, Jen?
Okay, so the person who didn't see it, perfect. So what? There was a table behind me. People sat down at it, and I watched you and Jeff both clock whoever sat down there, and you both made a face. I was like, what's going on? And the description I got was, and granted, like, it's very dark in this place, and it was a little bit ways away, but you're like, we're not saying the guy's like fat, but like the shirt's straining. I was like, well, I'm gonna conveniently need to go to the bathroom so I can go look at this, because I can't just turn around and look now.
Not also, by the way, and I made this joke at the speakeasy, fat but not straining, or fat, what was it, fat but not straining, that is my physique perfectly. Like, my physique is like, you know those like Greek and Roman statues that are perfectly chiseled? I'm the block of marble that's like halfway done. Like, you can kind of start seeing it, but it's just not there. It's not there yet.
Yeah. So I get up and I go to the bathroom and I get a real good look at this guy. And what I see is like, no, he is Triangle Man. He always skips leg day, and is wearing a shirt that is too small. So like, from like, if because of how he's sitting, you really only see like, you know, you see legs and then you see like pecs and stuff. So like, yeah, of course it's gonna look like he's not super in shape. No, he's very in shape, just a very particular shape, but it's a triangle. And the shirt's way too small, and the buttons are like barely holding on there. So I see that, I come back, I relay this information. We're watching the table next to us with this train wreck of an engaged couple meeting, you know, hanging out with parents. And I think it was you who was like, his titty just popped out.
Yep. So as the night,
Oh no,
As
you're cutting out! No! No.
hello, still gone?
Oh, there we go. We're back now. Okay.
Okay. It was so powerful it knocked out my mic.
Okay, fair.
So basically, after every drink, or maybe like every like sip of his drink, another button would just come undone from this shirt. And I'm pretty sure if we could have stayed longer, that shirt would have been completely off and on the ground.
By the time we left, it was open down to like just above like a belly button. It was just like when he came in, like just the top one was undone, and it just I don't know if they were popping off because it was too small or if he was undoing them. I don't know.
Well, given that my last drink had like reduced cheese on it, like I found the button, and I just assumed that was part of the garnish for the drink.
I mean, you know, that's in that place. That is a fair. Like you're like, yeah, of course, buttons. Like, you don't know. Everything in there is so creative. It's like, ah, yes, the button. Symbolize.
Yeah, well, you know, the button really brings out it really literally ties the drink together as it does a shirt, but it really is symbolic of the inexorability of death.
There it is. There it is. There was a lot happening in that speakeasy.
My wife just gave me a big old thumbs down from the Art Mad Libs comment. Big old thumbs down.
Oh.
I love you.
I love
Thank
you
you.
too.
Thank you for the hand hearts, and Jen says she loves you too. Do you want to say it? Do you want to actually tell her that? Oh, we have just a little wife coming.
Jen, my love for you knows no bounds.
Oh my god. Hey, I love you and I miss you and I can't wait to get you down here too.
Will be a fun time.
Heck yes, it
Are you
will
behaving?
be.
I am 100% behaving.
Is he behaving?
He's behaving. He is exactly what we expect of him.
That tells me a lot. All right, y'all have fun. Bye.
Thank you.
Wow, we've just had the trifecta tonight.
Mister.
Oh, I love it.
You know, one of these days, just the youngest daughter's not going to have an insanely early bedtime, and she's going to, you know, just go ham on the mic.
That will be wonderful. Goodness.
Yeah, so many disembodied voices tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's excellent. So yeah, there was a very fun speakeasy, excellent drinks. Like I did not expect top class people watching at the speakeasy, it was.
I didn't either because it used to be much more. Used to be much more difficult to get in there. But then pandemic happened, and Jeff was filling us in that they had to like kind of open up their qualifications of clientele there. So now there's definitely more people watching there than there used to be. Holy shit.
Absolutely. Sassy, her speaking voice is lovely. Well, thank you. You know what? Speaking of lovely things, my wife loved your thank you note and your penmanship. So much so that it is now an example of what I have to make my handwriting look like when I write thank you notes.
Incredible.
Yeah, so for those of you in chat who are not married yet, that's the couple that was sitting across from us. That is a great way of not to meet your future in-laws. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, just like super not.
Like, even if like your future father-in-law says, nah, like you think he would laugh at that and probably would laugh at that, just don't. Just don't. Hey, you have more understanding that you don't need.
Exactly. It's just like I just mass healed all over my stats.
Yep. He seems somewhat happy. Not totally happy, just somewhat.
That's an improvement.
Yeah.
You'll come again, won't you?
Gross.
The FBI is on its way, Jen. Hey, you're halfway there.
Whoa! Living on a prayer.
You remember what I was saying about karaoke and just like certain songs are just ruined?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. That's my soul. My soul continues to die
Thank you very much.
every minute of the stream.
Oh no, it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, who's gonna come up to say hello to you? It's it's your girlfriend. Oh yeah, 100. Yes,
Hey,
You have
babe.
you have to.
You want us to hang out? God, is Aaron gonna yell at me again if I fuck up?
I'm gonna yell at you.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna try to hang out with Chie to social link that, but yes, ma'am. I will.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. It's good.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
you're
good.
definitely gonna have to do that. Yeah. Speaking of meeting in-laws, what do you think Rise's parents are like?
Oh God.
Just kind of abandoning her with her grandmother in a like backwater town.
I'm more afraid to meet her grandmother in that case. Like, if you really think about it.
That's true. How long before you think Tofu gets boring?
Where the fuck is Rise?
You should be down the hall looking at the
Oh,
is
that's
that
right.
her?
I thought it was the other hall where she was looking at the fire alarm. Oh, she looks very concerned. Oh no. Oh no! No! Not the girl.
The girl on a Friday the 13th.
Oh. It's something I'd like you to hear. No.
Yeah, you know this letter that this girl wrote to me in confidence? I want to share it with you.
And I'm gonna read it on the internet. Yeah, I'll spend the afternoon with my girlfriend.
Thank you, Senpai.
Okay, you're so welcome.
Yay.
Are we
She
gonna go hang
seems
out at the grocery store again, or?
And the broccoli has to know the letter. The broccoli collects all information. I love your coat. That's a
Yeah.
good coat. That's a good winter coat.
It's a great coat. There's still naked leg happening, and there's snow. Girl.
Oh, I'm talking about the protagonist's coat.
Oh, that's also a good coat. Yeah. But I like her like sweatery looking one.
Was
It
okay
is
to
a
come
nice
out
coat
today?
too, and a scarf.
Did you have anything you needed to do?
I mean, it's too late now. I'm here at the top of this mountain hill thing, whatever. So like, it's fine.
You remember when I told you before that I had a #1 fan? A girl who was being bullied and would send me letters?
I thought I was your #1 fan, but yeah, sure, go on.
She sent me another letter. She says she's going to stop being my fan.
Oh.
So what I hear is there's an opening for your #1 fan.
Can I submit my application? Wink.
She's made friends with someone, but her new friend
Is that what you
is a
kids
fan
call
of
it these
someone else.
days?
It seems she was told something like, "I'll quit being your friend if you stay a Rosette fan."
Okay, well that girl is a bitch.
She did say that she'll be cheering for me in her heart, but she won't be sending me any more letters.
It's not the same though. It's not the same. Like this is like, okay. I'm like 98% sure he's not listening. This is like if I'm having a bad time, just to make it very, very specific. If I'm having a bad time, sometimes what Jeff will do is if he's in a good mood, he'll just be like over the top with his good mood and be like, I'm like in the idea of like, maybe if I'm just like happy enough, like it'll like just kind of like transfer to you. It's infectious. But what it does is it just makes me mad. And I feel like this is a good example of what that feels like. Is like, I try to be like, you have another fan right here. It's like, but that's not the fucking point of the story. That's not why I'm upset. And it sounds like now you're not actually like acknowledging why I'm upset about this thing. Like you're making it feel like I'm irrational for being upset about this thing.
Yeah. And Jen, how does that make you feel?
Anyways, I'm gonna click the stupid button because telling her to cheer up is somehow also bad.
Yeah,
and I hate both of these.
Yeah, Cheer Up has that just smile energy behind it.
Yeah. It's no, fuck it. Also, hello, Moonrise and Darkwalker.
You know, I like that I have used the well, how does that make you feel so much that I feel like I sincerely couldn't ask you or anyone that, and not without them thinking I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's probably correct.
That's probably a
Really are
problem.
kind.
Yeah, Dark Walker hit the nail on the head.
Difficult,
It's just
aren't they, Senpai?
there's no logic to this game. Use buy 800 sodas or pop, as we correct
No.
people call it.
No, the
And,
wrong people. Yeah, on team wrong can opener, and there's no cucumber in this water. So what I'm learning, I'm learning a lot right now. Continue.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, I was gonna compliment Darkwater, but now like my train of thought's been completely ruined. So, you know how that makes me feel, Jen?
How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel sad. But at least every day is great at your Juness.
Yeah, that's good. Why does it sound like Risai's about to break up with me? Relationships between people are difficult, aren't they?
Yeah, you remember that joke I made about the autograph coming back?
Ugh.
There's something like a mutual respect between her and me. I don't even know what she looks like, but I know she has a pure heart. I also know that she's persistent. But when another person enters the picture, things suddenly get complicated. Throw in 4 or 5 people and it's pure chaos.
It's fucking truth.
There's
That
no
is true.
malice involved, and it's no one's fault. Yet we end up hurting each other, becoming lost.
Legend of Zelda could have used that
Makes
no
me so
malice
tired
thing.
sometimes. But that's why I want to keep trying my best. I mean, I am an idol after all.
Don't tire yourself out. Don't burn yourself out.
Make sure you stop me when it looks like I'm trying too hard, okay?
Well, hold on there. Let's not get crazy here.
I think I'll be able to listen to any advice you have to tell me, Senpai.
Oh, really?
Tell me more, Laura Bailey.
Everything's fine.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say
An idol
anything.
isn't some doll in a
To-
window
totally
being held
fine.
up for public display.
Oh, there it is. Hold on a second delay.
And stand their ground, no matter which way they're pushed. Even if that girl doesn't write me letters, I bet she'll still watch me if I'm on TV. I can be her strength, as well as many other people's strengths. Even though many things may not go my way and I may be troubled, swept off my feet and get lost, I won't lose.
Darkwalker, the Persona 4 animation, magnificent. I love it. The Persona 4 Golden animation, garbage. Complete and
Oh,
utter
yeah?
garbage. Oh yeah.
Oh, good to know.
That's the
Yeah.
resolve I found after meeting all of you.
Why are you confused? Oh, wait! We already did this. Wait. What? What?
Damn! Risei is now the center of the universe.
What just happened? I thought after I maxed a social link that was the end. Is there
welcome
not?
So this is like the added content, like the golden part of the game that they added on the original Persona 4 game. So now everyone has a third stage to their Persona.
Fuck! Everyone? It's not just because she's my girlfriend?
Well, I mean, if you want to tell yourself that,
Fuck!
sure.
God damn it. Ugh! Great.
Yep. It's great. Well, you know what? You said you didn't like Yukiko's evolved persona, so the next one I'm sure will look cooler, at least.
Yeah, do I have to wait for them to come up to me and be like, hey, I need you to talk to me after I max them out, or can I just like do it?
You can be proactive.
Okay.
I've learned so many important things from the people I hold dear to me. Senpai, I feel like my heart is about to burst. I'm so
That
excited
go to a
about the
hospital, but
future.
not the one we have here. They're clearly terrible.
Hardship
very
and
terrible.
sadness and everything. It can all be changed into the power to take a step forward. I'm still just getting started. You and everyone else, you're all gonna keep changing too, in your own ways.
Just not as cool as mine.
That's why I'm not scared of a long-distance relationship.
Oh, we just went there. All
When
right.
I'm lonely, my love for you will grow stronger.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And when I smile on TV, I'm smiling for you. So
Aw.
you smile too, Senpai.
You smile too.
And tell me you love me every
It's
once in a
cute when
while,
she tells you
okay?
to smile, but if you tell her to smile, she gets all upset and offended.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I can sense Rise's unconditional love. We spent all
Talking
this
about
time
all-
talking until it got dark out, and then she came to my place, and we
You
kicked
probably-
Teddy
Oh,
out.
Sensei's home.
Teddy, what are you still doing here? When something's on the doorknob, that means you need to go home. You gotta go back to... See, Teddy, in the real world, what happens is when something's on the doorknob, you need to go back to Yosuke's house. Those are just the rules. I don't make them.
And also stay at Yosuke's house forever. Oh.
Yeah, love does need conditions. Darkwater.
What?
Walker. What? Oh, hey, there's that ray of sunshine. Oh, there she goes.
Oh no, Yukiko's already maxed out. Is Chie out? Please let Chie be out. Nope.
All right, hey, Jen, you want me to blow? You want to blow your mind? Go to
Gross.
the shrine.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So, you know
the thing with the praying and the stuff.
Yeah, so go to the place where the white woman used to be. Nope, not there.
Oh, there. Yeah, I remember this being a thing I've clicked on before. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, draw a fortune and think about Chie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ta-da. Oh, don't think
You
in
got it.
pure thoughts with this one like I did at New Year's.
Ooh. There you go.
Hell
So
yeah.
next time you see Chie, you're gonna you're going to hit the max rank. I was gonna say you're gonna max her out. I'm like that had a bad mouthfeel
Yeah,
to
don't.
it.
Yeah,
but,
don't do that.
uh,
I like how
Dark-
the weather thing. I'm gonna interrupt you. The weather thing where it's like, here's a snowman and the cloud just makes it look like the snowman's really thick.
maybe it is a thick snowman.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Darkwalker, we have already maxed Naoto.
Mm-hmm.
That was yeah, but we haven't seen her evolved form yet. Her Machamp, if you will.
Yeah. This teacher's just straight up talking about his drinking problem.
Well, it's not his. No, it's his puppet that has the drinking problem.
Oh shit, biscuits.
You look like an alcoholic. Tell me.
Bury the demons. I'm gonna go with that. Yay!
Well,
It's
look
like-
at that. Not only can you taste cucumber in like the most minute particles of cucumber, you can also guess your way through
Yeah.
this game.
I was like, what? It was like appease the demons and bury the demons. And I don't remember what the other one was, but I was like, appease was the only other one I was thinking of. I was like, yeah, I'd be like, here's some alcohol, please go away. Like, kind of made sense. What else we got on list? You had quite a list. You had quite a list.
I did it. I had quite a list, and the crazy thing is, this all happened after our Thursday Persona stream.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about people watching and, things you shouldn't say to your future father-in-law. We were at Hank's, and we kind of made a reference to this. And, again, these people were to my back. We saw some very sad and just heard some very dumb things from the table behind us. Like, for example, a group of young girls, probably college age, maybe just graduated college. they were clearly dressed to go out that night. And someone ordered spaghetti. And the spaghetti wasn't on the menu. I'm guessing it was on the kids' menu. And the spaghetti came out. And this girl very lazily got her spaghetti. And tried to eat it. Chewed on it. And goes, that's spicy. And then started to blow on it while it was in her mouth. So first off, if something is hot, take it out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And second, if it's spicy, blowing on it is not going to make it less spicy. It's not going to be... I mean, if it's a temperature thing, obviously blowing on it will help a little bit. But yeah, you can't blow the spice off of spaghetti. And this was made for children. This was on the children's menu, so it could not have been that spicy.
I would demonstrate what her blowing on it looked like, but I don't want that on the internet. Because it would not look good.
I see how committed you are to your community, but
But yeah, she did the unhinged jaw, wide open mouth thing to put it in her mouth. And then when she realized that it was quote unquote hot, but not the correct kind of hot for this, she left it in that position just with her mouth just hanging open, and it was just going and just breathing on it. It was something. And then after she finally ate it, she was doing the fanning herself with the quick little motions of I was like, girl, no.
Yeah. Well, and it gets better. I didn't order it, but Jen, you spoke very highly of their grilled cheese.
Yes.
And, I don't want this conversation to devolve into grilled cheese versus cheese melt.
Yeah,
but
we're not doing that.
This is a grilled cheese that had a lot of yummy things in it. I think you mentioned it had portobello mushrooms.
Yeah, it was mushrooms and pickled onions and tomato, all kinds of wonderful, all kinds of stuff. And a combination of a bunch of cheeses. It's so good. It's so good. But there's a bunch of stuff on it.
That sounds delicious and amazing. And if it weren't for how delicious my meal was, I probably would have gotten that. My wife is a big tomato soup and grilled cheese connoisseur, a sommelier, if you will. This girl.
Anyways, continue.
You can't see my face. I hope you feel it.
I could feel it.
Yep. I bet you're looking at the mic too when you did that.
Maybe.
So anyway, other girl at this table orders the grilled cheese, but doesn't want anything in it. She just wants the cheese.
Yeah.
And that just hurt my heart hearing that.
It pained me so bad, and I so badly wanted the restaurant to be really sassy about it and bring her just melted cheese. No bread. I just wanted her to have a slab of melted cheese on her plate. They did give her bread. They did still give her bread. I don't think she deserved the bread.
Yeah. And the thing is, she looked disappointed with it.
Yeah!
Which I imagine that, they put really nice cheese in this grilled cheese. I'm guessing she was hoping for Kraft singles individually wrapped.
Yeah. Still individually wrapped on the sandwich.
Still individually wrapped.
Keep those layers separated because there wasn't anything else to keep the layers separated anymore.
Yeah. So, just excellent people watching. We hung out on 6th Street before going to the Speakeasy. Saw a lot of people there, relatively early in the day, and we did not run into the bachelor parties, fortunately. That was a blessing in disguise.
We did briefly see another bachelor party who was yelling at us from a 4th floor balcony.
Oh, that's right. I completely blocked that from my memory.
Yeah. No, I remember. I'm Pepperidge Farms.
Yeah, I can hear this. I can hear the stupid. I just can't see. Oh, there they are. Yep, straight up.
I mean, that's 6th Street in general, though. I can hear the stupid, but I can't see it. It takes a bit to look around for it.
Jen, I think that pretty much takes care of my notes on Austin post our Thursday stream. What's on your list? I have a ton of D&D stuff, but we like to save that for later in the stream.
Yeah. So for right now, we've got a VA scene because I think we're about to max her. So I'm gonna let this play out.
Okay.
Hey, There's something I want to tell you. Something I've been thinking about all this time.
I have a girlfriend!
Yeah, did you know Rise and I are dating? Did you know that? Huh? Hey, look at this signed photo. It's a proof.
I still don't have a clue what my good points are. But I thought I could just keep on searching.
Yep, sounds great. Goodbye!
I just want to protect everyone. I want to become stronger to be able to do that.
Is the douchebag kid gonna come up while we're having this conversation?
He's gonna get galactic
There are battles
punted
we're gonna
away.
have to
You better.
face, not just in the TV world, but in the one we're living in right now. I'm gonna become stronger so I can face these things along with you, and along with everyone else.
But mostly
Thank you for
you.
that. Yeah. You know I'm leaving in 2 months, so
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another gentle
This is from
smile.
me to you.
Alright, what weird thing are you giving me? Oh, wristbands. Alright, that's fine. Are they like slap bands? Because that would be great and also exactly what I expect from Chie.
Yeah, my daughters love slap bands. I think we have about 6 of them roaming the house at any given time.
It's so many.
Oh, and it's new, so it's clean.
Well, I wasn't gonna question the cleanliness. I just
She's also
assumed you'd give
blushing.
me clean ones.
She's blushing because they're clean.
That made it weirder. That made it weirder. Good night, Logic!
It makes a
Good
match
night,
up for
Logic.
mine.
Logic, thank you for the video that you sent earlier. I'll talk about it later
Oh,
once
no.
we
I
get through this
understand
VA.
now. The strength I want isn't just so people will rely on me more. It's the true power to protect Yukiko, my friends, my family, this entire town. Everything I hold dear.
I'm alarmed and confused.
What do we got? What do we got? Alright!
We got Darth Maul.
Does this mean I was able to become at least a little stronger?
It's super weird. You're the only one whose persona got weaker when that happened. I was wild.
I have you
Womp
to
womp.
thank for this. No matter how far apart we may be in the future, we'll be okay. This
Yep.
feeling won't ever change.
Nope, definitely
Nope.
won't ever change.
Forever.
Forever.
Forever. You know, they weren't wrong because Atlas has made so many spin-off games after the Persona 4 cast. Yeah, they kept those friendships alive through dancing games and Street Fighter games and like chibi games and
That's so,
so
many.
many-
That's so many
there's-
games.
it is so many games. Futsunushi!
Yay!
Yay, Futsunushi that we won't use because we're at the end of the game.
Evade fire. Oh, that's good.
That is very good.
I don't know what Tarukaja did.
Arukaja increases your attack, so your likelihood of hitting and the
Oh.
damage it does.
Yeah, so I'm guessing I want to get rid of my light ice to everybody. Of everything I've got left. I feel like I want to keep my physical shit.
Yeah, I think that's a good call because I think you have a persona that does much better ice damage.
Yeah.
And she'll at least have Bufula
Ufula.
to at least like hit the single weakness.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Mabufu went bye. Yeah, the lightsaber's cool. That is a very cool
My
design.
body
Yeah.
and mind are all worn out.
Gross!
Let's go get some meat. and
Gross! No!
And then you hear Rise goes, "Well, I did say I was up for anything, so."
Oh god, I went on a meat eater tour of shit.
Whoa. So, Jen, is there something you want to talk about? How's
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Welcome
You doing all right over there?
No, I'm not. Hey, I just realized that Teddy's got the same shirt going on like the guy at the speakeasy.
Yeah, you know the difference between the guy at the speakeasy and Teddy? The speakeasy guy, very triangle. Very,
Yes.
very triangle.
Very triangle. So I have to do everyone's favorite part of the evening. I have to go pee.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk away. Don't get too crazy in here.
Okay.
I
Bye,
mean it.
Jen.
I mean it.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Okay, I'll be right back. Bye.
Bye. All right. It's been since we've done this, but I think we need to resurrect the say very nice things about Jen, because I have a lot of nice things I need to say about Jen because she put me up for the weekend. She and Jeff did. So this is going to be a Jen and Jeff thank you. So let's flood the chat with nice things. So Jen and Jeff, extremely gracious to put me up in their house. Now I know they will say that, oh, of course, you're always welcome to our house, and you're great friend, and of course we're doing that. I am obviously disrupting their day-to-day routine, and I appreciate the fact that both of them were willing to bend over backwards to make my stay as comfortable as possible. And not only that, but just for their friendship. They're great people. They like to have a good time, and they want to share that with people, which is there are a lot of people out there who like to have fun, but there's not a lot of people who like to have fun and want to share that with people and want to make sure that people have the same fun experiences that they do at the same level that they do. So it was just very kind of them. And Jeff just having a lot of fun showing off his Lego collection, and we're talking about video games and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun to do, and to see all of the places they talk about all the time. But very wonderful people, and I think it really shows because they've cultivated a very wonderful community here. So thank you, chat, for being wonderful and being a part of our community for so long, and to continue to support the community and support Jen and Jeff and everything that's part of that. And now that the 20-second delay is showing Jen here, I think I can stop talking now and turn it back over to her.
Yeah. No, it was. I am glad we were able to share it with you, and we didn't too badly overhype things, and you enjoyed the same things that we enjoy around here. Like ramen, you got to experience the ramen.
I did get to experience the ramen. You know what, Jen? That ramen saved the day, because that was the last meal I had in Austin. And coincidentally enough, that was the last meal I had that day, because I didn't get to have dinner because I didn't get to leave the plane till 11. I didn't get to leave the plane till like 10:30, and then I didn't get home till 11:30. And I have a very, very strong rule about not eating after a certain period of time, so I can continue to maintain my half-completed marble statue look that I have going on.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you were just trapped on that plane the whole time, so there was not a food option. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that ramen surprisingly kept me full for most of the day.
That's okay. I ended up not eating dinner that night because I was still very full.
So, you know what? Everything worked out well in the end.
I'm glad.
So yeah, I think that there is one more thing from Austin. As I'm looking through my very, very packed Post-it note, while we were at lunch, the Olympics are on, and I hope everyone is watching the Olympics. I enjoy watching the Olympics. My wife enjoys watching the Olympics. It's fun to see what I would call like sports you don't normally watch during the normal day-to-day. It's just like, oh, like how often do I watch gymnastics? I don't. Unless it's the Olympics, then I'm going to watch gymnastics. One of those sports is dressage, and that's horse dancing. And it was one of those things that like we kept watching with like a morbid curiosity. Like, I don't think we're interested in dressage, but like naturally, like, Jen and Jeff are analytical people. I'm very analytical as well. So naturally it came to, how do they score dressage? Like, is there like do you have to do? Does the horse have to cant at a certain speed, or? And Jen, I think you looked it up and you told us all of the scoring rules for dressage, and now we're watching it. It's like, oh, yep, there's the pass. Woo! Yes. And I think were we just like watching the same horse for 10 minutes?
That's what it felt like. Oh no, I'm not gonna spend time here. I don't need ramen. I don't need to bump my stats. Yeah, I was like, either every horse looks the same, or we've just been watching the same one this entire time. And I don't feel like we were just watching the same one the entire time, because I feel like we kept seeing scores pop up. But like all of it, like all the riders are dressed the same, all the horses look the same. I was like, what? This is going on far, far too long.
I bet the horse was thinking the same thing.
Entirely possible. Can I, if I've already had one evolution, can the third ones trigger at night, or does that follow the same rules as the social link progressions?
It follows the same rules as the social link.
Fuck you, Naoto. I don't want to talk to you.
That's fair. Can you tutor today?
I don't think so. Oh, it is tutoring. Never mind. I was incorrect. Give me money!
Give me money you don't need. Because the game's practically over.
Yeah, right? It's great.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, look, that expression increase. I'm so excited. Wait.
Womp womp. You know what'd be really cool? If all of the extra stats that you got went toward your Persona 5 playthrough.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, hey! You're gonna give me money for my good grades last semester? I know you were kind of like dying and everything, but it really was your own fault, so. Nana can leave the hospital on the 20th. Alright. That feels suspicious. That the game's pointing that out. Something's gonna happen.
Or maybe they're just trying to help you budget your time.
I'm gonna go tell Teddy that she's being released on the 19th.
And he needs to get out of here.
He needs to leave.
Yeah, Flashfire. Jen actually showed me that video when I was in Austin.
Yes.
That was very That looked very painful.
Yeah, it didn't look like a good time.
No.
Yeah.
No, it looked like he was having not a great time on the world stage.
I just can't imagine getting to an Olympic level of anything, and finally your sport's being recognized as be at the Olympics. So it's like there's a lot of firsts happening here, and you just beef it real bad, and get yourself in the gonads, like in the worst possible physics breaking kind of way.
Yep. But you know what, though? Based on videos I've seen of skateboarding, I feel like that's 100% expected at the Olympic level. Like
that should have been scored.
It should have been. Because I just come to expect that with skateboarding. And if skateboarding is going to be in the Olympics, I need to see a good nut shot there. And that's on the internet now, kids.
That is on the internet now.
Wartburg, I'm not gonna lie, I read that as the bikini events, and I'm like, that's and this is what happens when I get so excited to read chat. I only read like the first 3 or 4 letters and just let my mind go with the rest, and I think everyone's learning a lot about me.
Yeah, so all the things.
Ooh, making you more stuff.
Ooh, El Caliente.
It's just a giant cigar.
Ooh, I have a scaly lump.
Ooh, the phalanx.
Perfect. I've given up on what I'm supposed to do with this shit. Anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I just thought of it now. I know Logic has left for the evening, but he sent me a video. He sent me a video today on Persona, and it was someone trying to piece together how all the Persona games fit in the timeline. Like, what year does this game actually take place? What year does Persona 5 actually take place? And I came to realize, despite playing a lot of Persona, the Persona timeline is worse than the Legend of Zelda timeline.
Oh, I don't believe that for 1 second. It can't be worse.
Well, so the problem is that Atlas says that every game they put their name on is canon, but they didn't do like what Legend of Zelda didn't like have the 3 different timelines of like the future, the past, and then the hero fails. They just try to all jam it on one timeline, and some of the games have multiple timelines and time travel. Like Persona 2 is all about time traveling. So there's all of these like alternate universe multiverse that's going on, but they're all putting it on the same timeline. And this video, like I was just watching it, like, oh no, this is messed up. Like, how does this all work and not, it can't all be canonical? But they're like, nope, everything we put our name on is canonical. Like, oh god.
So you brought up the Zelda timeline, which was which was a mistake.
Or a very clever fishhook.
So,
but go on.
I don't know. Have we talked about how much I hate the concept of the Zelda timeline with how it splits at Ocarina of Time?
Not that specifically, no.
Okay.
But or you may have, and since time has no meaning to me because it feels like just yesterday we were doing Stardew Valley and I was losing because Connor decided to put a curse on me. But go on.
So, I don't have a problem with there being a split for the child timeline and the adult timeline. What I have a problem with is that there is the branch for if the hero fails. That's the one I have a problem with. Because that branch should exist for every fucking game.
That's very true. That's 100% a valid statement, and I feel the same way.
Yeah, so I'm just like, maybe they set that up, and now they can just do whatever the fuck they want, as the timeline has no meaning, so it's like, yeah, this one's after you fail in Wind Waker, whatever, they could just, pick one and be like, yeah, this is failure from there. But the fact that they did it there, and have only done it once, fucking bothers me so bad, because that failure state should exist for all of them. That's it.
Yeah. Well, think about all the times you died in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Are there 75 different timelines splitting from that?
God.
My.
That game's wild. I actually really like that one. I actually really like Zelda 2. It is very, very different.
It is.
But,
it is very different.
It is very different. But yeah, there's something about it I really enjoyed, and I don't mind replaying it, especially now that I understand the level up system a little bit better. As a kid, it flew over my head, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But now I kind of understand it a little bit better and how to better use it.
Yeah.
Because before it was definitely it says I leveled up, so just click it. It's no. It says you got enough points to the next possible thing, but you can say no, I don't want to level that thing up, and you'll just keep accruing points. So that way then you can rather be cool, you earned a life level up. But it's well, no, I don't care about that. I want to get my magic leveled up. It's oh, okay, well, we'll just keep saving your points until you get to the next magic level. I was I didn't know you could fucking do that. I thought it was just hey, you leveled up. That's it, done, bye.
Jen, you know what? You just gave me a terrific idea. I'm gonna cite Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, as evidence for why Aaron should let me overcharge a mass heal.
There you go.
There's 10 hit points.
Great, she's very happy. Wonderful. Oh, why are you gonna burn them?
Well, I'm old and I can't afford heat in my house, so I'm going to do that to keep me a little bit warmer.
What is this? What is this voice you're doing for her? This was Dr. Doofenshmirtz adjacent.
You said words.
Oh, James. James, do you not know who Dr. Doofenshmirtz is?
I do not know who Dr. Doofenshmirtz is.
You've never watched Phineas and Ferb?
I can't say that I have. Well, you know what? It sounds like I just need to come back to Austin, and I need to get educated.
Yeah, we'll binge Phineas and Ferb when you come visit. Why is there so much trash here? Clean up after yourselves. No, don't give me another Carl, no, do you know how many things I hate to do this, James. You're gonna have to tell me what the fuck I need to do for the Hangman, because I have Culture Club, Temperance, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Hangman.
Okay. Well, you know, we'll take care of him on Monday, or her, whoever the hanged person is.
I'm not gonna read them. They're not mine to read. That's rude. Okay, good. Liz is also upset you don't know who Doofenshmirtz is.
Well, you know what? That's fine, because, you know, I mean, I don't think anyone should be shocked, because apparently I can't taste cucumber in water, and
you didn't know the Cotton Eye Joe lyrics.
I don't know any lyrics. My wife can back me up on that. I do not know lyrics to save my life.
I really think calling them lyrics is just giving them way too much credit. James is slightly beyond the generation of Nicktoons, but like no, but like James and I are like the same age.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a hair older, but you know,
like maybe literally a hair. I think it's like a year.
I think that is true. Yeah.
That's not. No, there's not like a fine line at that. I am so well. My mom knows who Phineas and Ferb. Like, this is shit I watched as an adult. I need to make that clear. This is not a show I watched as a child.
So, Liz, I when I was a kid, I did not watch Disney Channel. I was exclusively Nickelodeon. So anything that was on Disney Channel was just, I did not watch it.
Have you watched Gravity Falls?
Nope.
James!
Jen!
These were things, these are like post Jeff and I being married things I watched.
Well, you know,
They're very good.
Not all of us can get married in college, Jen.
We didn't get married in college either. We've been married for, what are we at, like 9 years now? I have to do math. Yeah.
College.
9 years. No, that's not. No, college was not. No. Phineas and Ferb and fucking Gravity Falls. You actually 100% really should watch Gravity Falls. It's only 2 seasons.
Okay.
It is a mystery like show, which is like haha for kids, but then like if you have brain like I do, you start noticing shit. Like the first episode, you're like, oh, like this is an interesting concept. Was that a cipher in the credits? Hold on. And you pause and you run it back. There's a fucking cipher in the credits. And that shit happens throughout the whole series. There's things in the credits. There's things just in the show, whatever. And there is an overarching, like, mystery that they fucking give you clues for throughout the whole thing. It's buck wild. And what ended up happening, and this is several years old, and, like, you can't do anything with it anymore, but what ended up happening is when the show finished, all those clues led to a real-life worldwide scavenger hunt. The guy who created the show had gone to various countries and, like, left physical clues, and there was a whole, like, online community, like, people recording this on Reddit, being like, cool, the first clue says, like, we figured this out, it's here, someone needs to go there. And so someone would physically go to, like, some chapel somewhere in fucking Russia and found another clue that's another, like, ciphered thing. And then they would be like, I found this! And they'd post it, and everyone would work together to figure it out and see where the next thing was to actually find a real-life, like, prize at the end of it. It was fucking wild.
That sounds really cool.
It was awesome.
I will put it on my ever-growing queue of things I need to watch.
Yeah. And the nice thing is like, it was on Disney. And it is a cartoon. And like, it's got like sass in it, but it is kid appropriate. It was, so, the finale, the last 3 episodes can be a little intense. Like hell on earth effectively opens up, but it's still in cartoon form. So, like, but, like, there's no, like, language, there's any of that. There's a cute little pig named Waddles, that's one of their pets, who at one point gains, full-on sentience and the ability to speak, and it's voiced by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah! Gravity Falls, was written by Alex Hirsch. It's a fucking great show. I highly recommend it to children and adults alike. So there you go.
All right. Well, you know what? Tell you what, Jen. Next time I come down to Austin, we can watch a few episodes of it. You can walk me through it, and then that will be the springboard for which I do it. Okay?
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And you know what? To show how serious I am to this agreement that we just made, this verbal contract that we just made over Twitch, I am going to ignore the last thing that Pathos just said. That is how I am signing that verbal contract.
Oh, I appreciate that really highlights the gravity of this promise by doing that. So I appreciate that.
You know, I thought you were gonna go for like some sort of like pun or tie-in because the show is called Gravity Falls, but I was wrong.
Yeah,
about the cucumber.
I've never exactly. I would never joke about Gravity Falls. It's fucking. I did a cosplay from Gravity Falls at one point. There was one where I had a purple sweater that had a little rainbow on it.
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
That is from Gravity Falls.
And that the Jeff wearing the fez, is that part of it as well?
That is also from that.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Okay. I am now familiar with like the character. Like I have seen the characters.
Yes.
Apparently it was a thing.
It was a thing.
So this is going to be a sloppy segue, but you were reading some like old letters that look like it could have been poetry.
Yeah.
So I sent you a message like this evening or early this evening that as I was working, as I do, I actually had a break in my day where I could actually sit down and get code done. And what I do when I have code, when I have time to code, I like to put either like some music up just as background noise, or maybe like I'd put up a video from someone I follow just to see what they're doing. Because, you know, a lot of it is like write code, wait for it, and then wait for it to run. So in those in-between moments. And like 4 people separately who, like they all like within a few days published something or put out a video on Doki Doki Literature Club. I've never heard of it. I'm like, okay, they're all maybe like this like a new thing that came out or like it got ported to something.
Oh, so
like,
you missed my playthrough then.
Yes, I did miss your playthrough.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you had played. It seemed familiar. I thought you had played it, and I went on your Twitch, and I'm like, I just can't find it.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It wouldn't be on Twitch. I don't know if that fell in that donut hole, the gap that was when I stopped updating YouTube and before I started saving things on Twitch, or if it might have actually ended up on YouTube. I'd have to.
I did check YouTube as
Okay.
well because I'm a persistent MFer.
Okay,
And,
then it's gone forever. That's probably for the best. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, like I think I've heard. I think maybe Jen played it. So I have the video up, and I was like, the coding. I'm like, okay, it's like cutesy anime game. Yeah, great. Played Persona, weebs. And I'm like, and then like things start getting weird. I'm like, I'm just gonna run my code and see what's going on here. And I'm like, oh, that took a turn.
Yeah. I did.
Okay. Okay. Well, and then it's like it just kept going downhill. I was not prepared. I was not mentally prepared for that in the middle of my workday
Yeah.
to see something like that.
Yeah. Did you get to the end of the game?
Yes, it was like So the first video I saw, and there was obviously 3 others I did not watch, but it was someone who was streaming the game, and then this was like the 30-minute compilation video of their reactions. So like I got all of the important bits. Yeah.
Oh, good. Only Monica, just Monica.
Yes,
Forever.
just Monica.
Forever. Yeah, it's a fucking game. It's a game.
It was a game. And that's why I don't join literature clubs. I join theater, where the weirdness is appreciated.
Jesus Christ, this story. But we're talking about that while I was like, yeah, I tried to kill him once, and I was like, I can't fucking do it, and this is just sad now.
So she's a coward.
Yep.
Hate cowards.
Relieved.
Wow. I forgot that. Who would have thought that the Death Arcana would be a downer?
Yeah, right? Yeah, I don't think you did it. It sounds like he was sick for a very long time. I feel like that was just gonna happen.
Yeah. I think a lot of people get thrown off because I think a lot of people got introduced to Persona through Persona 5, and the Death Arcana was the back alley doctor. And they're like, oh, well this is pleasant, and then you come to Persona 4, it's like, oh, this is just heavy across the board. Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think even in the short time that you played Persona 5, I think you met the back alley doctor.
I did meet her, and I was mildly concerned.
Just only mildly.
Only mildly.
About her engineered her engineered drugs. She has a pharmacology license. It's fine.
Yeah, there was a lot going on with that. Okay, let's go into town.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's see who's in. There's Yukiko.
Yeah, I think you're already maxed out. It's Sunday. Is there more shit? No, dang it. Chie's already maxed out. Alright, like...
Let's see, how are we doing? Yosuke's at 6, Kanji's at a 4. A lot of maxes, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fox we could forget about, because that's going to be a time sink that we don't have.
Yeah.
Death is getting up there. Temperance, it's down there, and
Yeah.
I don't like her story at all. At least you make money doing the tower.
Why does it still... Like, I know his name now. Why does it still not say his name?
Well, same reason why you don't have... It's just nurse. It's not,
Yeah.
What is the nurse's name, Jen?
Oh, I don't know. She was crazy. But I know the student is Shu.
Look at that! Way to go!
I know that. I
Think
hated
about what
talking to her, yeah.
And think about what important knowledge had to leave your brain to retain Shu.
Right? Jesus. Hi, villain.
Hey, villain. Yeah, we got I. We got that that bright ray of sunshine that Yumi is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't get to any of them tonight. So, unless somebody's down at the riverbank, but
Probably not. But I guess you could just go to the shrine to pick one to try to rank it up.
Could do
or
that.
to make
Or do I need to do night winter fishing? Is that a thing I should do?
No.
Okay.
I would say it's not going to be very beneficial to you at this point in the game.
Okie dokie. Hello, ma'am. Just gonna ignore you.
Goodbye. I was talking with your sister, Death.
So which one? Which one should I do?
Well, really, it's up to you. Like, who do you want to max out? Because I think at this point in the game, so for your mental well-being, the last day that you can work on social links is February 5th.
Okay.
And then
that's coming up.
And then you're going to be on the rails the rest of the game.
Jesus. All right.
So you're at a point where you want quality, not quantity. So like if you can get people maxed out, that's better than having a bunch of people at 7.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. And let's see where I'm at. Okay, Yosuke's 6, Kanji's 4.
The interesting thing is that mechanically, Death will always rank up because she's on a limited schedule. Like, she only appears on Sunday. They don't have the requirements of, like, oh, she's not going to rank up. Like, she will always rank up when you talk to her.
Got it. So I probably want to do Yumi then.
I know you don't like her personal story, even though I do, so...
All right, Yumi it is.
The you know, Sun Arcana need to stay together, Jen. We have weekly meetings. We chat about you know, things that make us, you know, tick and all of that stuff. Make sure we're all doing well. Well, Jen, what's on your list that's not D&D related?
God, I didn't end up actually really writing a list. It's been a couple of days at work. It's been a time. I can talk about this a little bit in vague terms. So I was out Thursday, Friday last week because my good friend James was here. And so before I left on Wednesday, I had done a bunch of extra work in the evenings, and I had worked over the weekend to try to, not only take care of that whole budget thing, but also just get everything as ready as it could be. Do all the receipt reconciliation for everything that I had been given up through Wednesday, get budget, the actual expenses tracked, setting up orders for people, and then writing a big, long email to my boss. It's here's where everything is. Both, in the metaphorical sense of where tasks kind of work, and then also in the literal sense of if you are looking for the production credit card, I have hidden it here. If you are looking for the keys for our box truck, they are here. A lot of literal physical locations of things as well. It's here are the things that need to happen while I am gone. I have already pre-printed the time cards for the department. People just need to sign them. You know, that kind of thing. It's and then after they sign them, you need to sign in the bottom. I had it pre-printed and I had a big old sign here flag on it. And I was
You've basically tried to make it idiot-proof.
I did try to make it idiot-proof. So it's this is all this stuff. And then I sent a smaller email to the production assistant for the art department. I was hey, here's the stuff that you need to know about. Here's the stuff that you will likely be asked about. So it's here's the information about these orders. Here's contact information in case you need to, if something doesn't show up like it's supposed to. Here's how you need to hunt it down. Blah, blah, blah. So I sent her that list, sent the list to my boss, and I was great, we should be good to go. And then the last thing I told both my boss and the PA, I was hey, I know it's my time off, and I know you want to respect my time off. And I appreciate that so deeply. It's but I would rather you bother me on my time off and I have to take 15 minutes to do a thing than me have to spend hours cleaning up something going terribly wrong on Monday. I would much rather that. And they're absolutely, we're gonna try really hard not to bother you, but we will let you know. And then on Friday, you saw, on Friday, my PA actually texted me a couple of questions.
She did.
And so I was cool. She took that to heart. A thing happened. So she was I need to ask Jen. So I naively at that point thought, me not hearing anything else means everything else is under control, because there is clearly a line where she would go, I need to ask this of you.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, so then I got it on Monday. And I didn't even get in on Monday. My phone was immediately, so I get in about 9 o'clock, because most of my stuff is tied to business hours. I can only source things from places that are open. So
fancy that.
Yeah, right? So I usually roll in around 9. I try to be there a little bit ahead of it, so that way I'm in my office and ready to start calling places when they open at 9. Fuck. Tangent, James, question. Is it better to max out another link or get the other evolution?
Get the other evolution for your main party. Because,
right, cool.
I mean, it's not like you're going to be in combat at all for the rest of the game. But,
of course not.
No, of course not. But, I mean, you want your friends to be taken care of first, right?
Yeah. No, that's fair. Cool. So I'll usually roll in around 9. I don't think I've had your crazy evolution either. Yeah,
you have not. Yeah, she would not approach you if
Did
they-
Naoto just come up to me and then distract themselves? I say that like I've never done that to myself. Never mind. Never mind.
Womp womp.
Okay, well, I definitely gonna prioritize Naoto and her gun over Chie.
There you go.
So yeah. I'll roll in around 9. A little bit before that. My construction guys, because I think we talked about, like, the art department is actually, like, 6 departments in one. So I have the construction department. They start at, like, 6 a.m. because they already have all their shit. So they just get rolling on making things. Because it's always better if they get some progress in before other people show up. So it's like, if they start at 6, they can have more stuff done. So by the time, like, the painters come in at 8, now there's stuff for them to start painting. Whereas, like, if they all came in at the same time, painters can't do anything. So sometimes I'll get, like, a text or an email or whatever, like, before I roll and just be like, hey, like, we will need this or whatever. So it's 8, and my phone is just losing its mind. The first thing I get is from one of the teams being like, hey, where's this? And I was like, well, and I make sure every team knew I was out Thursday, Friday. I was like, I'm gonna be out. If you need something, here's who you need to talk to make it happen, okay? So, like, we need this. And I was like, okay. I was like, this is the first I'm hearing about it. So I don't know where it is. Who did you ask? So that way I can start figuring out where the thing is for you. Like, we talked to this person. I was like, okay. So I sent a message to that person, and then also sent it to my boss and the general production coordinator, because they would have also needed to be involved in it. And I was like, hey, do any of you know anything about this? And I got 2 no's and a yeah, but I thought we could just take care of it on Monday. I was like, no, we can't, because the thing they asked for involves hiring a person. So now I needed to scramble to get approval to hire a person and then find a person who could fulfill this task. And so that's how Monday started, and that was still the easiest part of the day.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like there was somebody else who needed stuff ordered, but they knew I was out, and then rather than asking the people, I was like, hey, if you need stuff, talk to these people. They were just like, oh, I'll just wait till she shows up on Monday. But they needed it immediately. They're like, yeah, if I could have this in an hour, that'd be great. I was like, I can't get it to you in an hour. It's gonna take me an hour to even find this thing, because I don't know if you've noticed, every other time you've asked me for it, it's taken a while, because there's a lumber shortage. So you can't just be like, I need 50 sheets of plywood and think I'm going to, 1, find it, 2, buy it, 3, be able to send someone to pick it up, and then 4, deliver it all in an hour. It's like, I can maybe get it to you by mid-afternoon, and that's if everything goes well. And I don't think it will. So yeah, it was so much of that. And then also I was like, when I left on Wednesday, I was completely caught up on all my receipts. And I was like, how many purchases can they really make on Thursday and Friday? And it turns out the answer is so many.
So many.
So many. I had 35 new receipts across 2 days.
That's a lot of receipts.
It's many. And here's the other thing about the receipt reconciliation is, like I said, it's 6 departments in one. So I'm reconciling across 6 departments, which all have to be coded separately. But it's also happening across 4 different cards. And normally, we would have 6 cards, and this department has this one, and this department has this other one, and it's fine. But we only have 4 cards, and we have 6 people who need to buy stuff. So the cards just keep changing hands. So now, I need to, take, the receipts that people have sent me, and be like, cool, this receipt came from the scenic department, so now I'm looking for this amount across these 4 cards. Okay, found it on this one. Cool, so now I can code that as that purchase for that department. So if I'm missing a receipt, someone didn't, because what they're supposed to do is as soon as they buy something, they don't even have to give me the original paper one. It's literally take a picture of it and text it or email it to me immediately. Do that. So if they didn't do that, I have no way of knowing, I see the charge on the account. It's like, it happened on this day, It was from Lowe's, and it was for $150.05. And I know nothing else about it. So I don't know which department it was. So I don't know who to go harass for this. So I have to like come up with a list of like, here's all the receipts I'm missing, send it to everyone in the entire art department and be like, do any of these sound familiar? Do you have this? Or like, even if you don't have it, if you could just tell me it's yours, just something. So I ended up with like 17 missing receipts.
Oh, that's so many missing receipts.
So many. Don't worry, the story has a happy ending. As of this evening, I have found all but 2 of them, and the 2 I was missing, I know exactly what they were. So I was like, I'll fill out my stupid little missing receipt form and it's fine. There was just so many, and I was like, if I even just knew who it belonged to, that would be so helpful. But it's like, Home Depot. Everyone fucking buys their shit at Home Depot. I don't know. Now, like, someone orders something from a prop shop, like, hey, I needed a prop gun. I'm like, cool, that clearly was my props department. All right, I know who to ask. But, like, so much of it was just, like, guessing. So I'm, like, trying to catch up on all of that and sort all of that out. So, like, I had $16,000 worth of purchases over 2 days that I had to figure out.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, but I think Flashfire is right. I think that just speaks volumes of people's confidence in your ability to make stuff appear out of nothing.
I need to be worse at my job, is what's happening, so that way they don't think that'll happen. So yeah, so it was like all of that, and I have one of the departments is going like, hey, how do we go about, like, how do you track this stuff? Like, how do I go about finding, like, how much of my budget I've spent? And I was like, well, once I get through all the receipts, like, what will happen is at a minimum, every Friday, I will send out all of the envelopes for everyone to sign and to send them to accounting, and that will have your current, like, that will have this week's total, and I'll always include, like, your total to date is this. So it's like, so that'll always be on there. If you need it more often than that, as long as you keep up on sending me your receipts, I can give you a total pretty much at any point. So he's like, cool. Awesome. He's like, while you were out, I had all these purchases. So he sent me a bunch of receipts from my 35. So he sends me a bunch. And I was like, cool. And he sends these to me at like 4 p.m. yesterday. It's like 9 a.m. this morning. He's in my office. He's like, hey, can I see my total? I was like, well, no, I haven't finished sorting through all the receipts. He's like, well, you said you'd have it. I was like, I said I would have it if, like, you consistently sent. You just sent me a dump of, like, 15 receipts that I have to find across 4 cards. And also, I don't know if you're missing any receipts. So, like, it's gonna take a little bit of time. He got, like, super huffy with me. And I was like, sir, I know we've not worked together before. I'm gonna tell you right now that this attitude you've got with me is a bad idea. I will get you the numbers as soon as I can, but you taking your sweet time does not alter my schedule. I can only work as fast as I can, and you will get it as soon as, like, you won't get it any sooner than I am physically able. And you copping this with me is not gonna change that.
Yikes. I hate to interrupt your story. Please continue, but I have a crying just a little daughter, and I'm gonna go assist there. I will be right back.
I was so mean to this guy that she felt the energy and got upset.
She did. You should feel terrible, Jen.
I really do. Oh,
no, it's fine. I will be right back.
Okay, you do that. All right, we're gonna spend time with Naoto. Hey guys. So James is wonderful, and I'm not kidding. I cried so bad when he left. I almost actually cried again on Monday when I was trying to go to work. It was... I am so fortunate to have the caliber of friends that I do in my life that's the reaction that leaving them elicits. I wouldn't do that for just any old friend, but I knew I missed my people. I didn't realize how much I missed my people until one of them was here, and I was like, oh god, I've missed this so much. Then when he left, it was I'm gonna cry again. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But James is wonderful and super kind and so wildly supportive. And oh god, I am gonna cry again. We're done! James, I'm very sorry when you listen to this on your rewatch. I can't do the nice thing because I am still emotional from your visit, and I'm going to sob on stream. And no one wants to see that. So we're not gonna do that. Chat, how are you? Chad rolled an intimidation skill check and critted. I like to think that I did. Yeah, we laid some smackdown today. We'll save the rest of that for when he comes back. Yes. But thank you all for all your patience while I had to like cancel streams and secretly move things around so that we could stream while James was here. I hope people got to watch The Breach. We all got to play in person. That was wild. I got to play D&D in person with James. It was so good. He and Mally got to meet for the first time, which was great. It was so much fun to do that in person. We're getting into D&D territory, so don't want to do that too much while he's gone either. I think this is going to be voice acted, though, so we're going to get off the hook. No. That's a cute coat!
This place is covered in snow, too. It's chilly, but I like the winter and its tranquility.
What do you mean it's covered in snow, too? Like, you thought part of town? This is a tiny-ass town. If part of it's under snow, all of it's under snow.
Things have become so peaceful lately. I finally
And I'm back.
Yay! We started trying to do the nice thing, and then I was gonna cry again, so we stopped.
Oh. So many crying.
I was like, oh nope, can't do it. This is okay. How's the crying child?
She is doing much better. Sassy, if you're still in chat, Sassy would be jealous. Just the youngest daughter is very good at tangling herself in her blanket like she's swaddling herself.
Okay.
I have a self-swaddling 2-year-old.
There you go.
Yeah, so but the problem is yeah, like not deliberately. She just tosses and turns at night and like the blanket gets all tangled up. So when it gets a little too warm at night, when she tries to kick the blanket off, it doesn't go anywhere, and then she gets frustrated and it's like I am trapped. Like she wakes up like I'm like that feeling of I'm trapped and I can't move, which is not fun for adults either.
No,
so,
I've done that relatively recently, and the panic is real.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, everything is better now.
That's good. We're in a voice acted section, and then we'll go back to talking about how I laid smackdown on people, and it'll be
workplace smackdown.
Yeah, workplace smackdown, and then we can talk about D&D.
D&D, because it is 10 o'clock and it is now official D&D time.
It's D&D hour.
Welcome to D&D hour here on NPR.
More gentle smiling.
As time passes,
I think that's just lazy writing at this point. The writer's like, I don't know, like how do women smile? They smile gently. All right.
Whenever I handle a serious case, I always come across a certain problem.
We should do that in The Breach. Everyone just smiles gently at one another.
Man can forget about painful memories, and in doing so, wipe away tears and learn to stand up again. But because we forget, we repeat the same mistake that caused those bad memories in the first place.
All right, I didn't come here to be added like this now, Tao.
Being able to get used to difficulty is a strength, but people make mistakes because they get set in their ways. But after meeting you, I feel as if I've found an answer to these doubts. I feel that as long as you can find something precious in your heart, something to protect, you'll be okay.
Could we just do this as a group conversation where everyone comes to this realization and just everybody gets their evolutions? Can we just do that? I feel like that would save a lot of time.
It would save a lot of time. I also imagine that would be if you are the protagonist, Jen, that would literally be your nightmare because that would be a group of people keeping you trapped in a social obligation, and they're all just lavishing praise upon you and how we're always going to be friends forever, no matter how far we. And then they kind of look up and get dazed for about 15 seconds as their persona evolves in their heart, and you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Is that what happened in the car, James? Did your persona level up and you said all the really nice things and I got real emotional and then your persona leveled?
Did mine or did your persona level?
Well, based on what happens here is the person saying all the nice things, their shit leveled. So I think I was the protagonist and you got a better persona out of it.
That might be true. Maybe I leveled up my social link.
You should have leveled up your fucking pilot. Jesus. Send your
Yeah.
persona up there.
That would have been
Of
nice.
course, I have people who are precious to me as well. That's why
I-
I'm
you-
thinking about doing whatever
So
I
Jen,
can
like
for them
I'm
too.
super extroverted, right?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, so the fact about trying to level up my pilot while I was in line for the lavatory in Birmingham, the cockpit door was open. I did actually poke my head in and thank them for trying to get us back to Nashville and keeping everyone calm. Because I
Aw.
figured I needed to like throw a little positivity their way because there were about a lot of bachelorette and bachelor parties getting a little testy on the flight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually did try to level up my pilot's social link. There, it's like, hey guys, what? Thank you. You guys are doing a great job. Thanks for keeping a level head and everything. And I'm gonna go into the lavatory now, but you keep at it, you.
I'm gonna go take a piss now.
Yeah, in this very tiny lavatory.
This isn't just about me. I draw my strength from everyone else. They keep me alive. I've never considered things like that.
Oh no,
before.
Ashley said she's dumb. What did you do? What did you do? Last I saw, you said you were
Of course.
going to get in a
The ones
bath,
who
so
taught
now
me
I'm
to think that
concerned.
way are none other
Did
than
you use the
you
fabric
and
scissors on
all my
non-fabric?
friends.
Oh, wow, why would you say that? Never do that. Never use
I know,
fabric scissors on paper.
I know that seemed like a dumb thing to do. It was the first. It was literally the first thing that came to my mind of like,
Thank you.
what would Ashley do that she would say this about?
I feel like Ashley knows better on that particular front. Oh, we have a
That's true.
cheerful smile. Cheerful smile. No gentle
Oh, look.
ones.
Look at those writers. They went to a thesaurus. They used their thesaurus and now they write really, really, really well.
All right, it's just a palette change. That's fine. Shield
look-
of Justice. What?
That is immensely good.
Oh,
that is
sweet.
my favorite skill in this game.
Oh. Hello.
That would have been very useful for like a boss fight, but since the game is over,
Yeah, definitely. I probably feel like I'll hear a heat riser. No.
No.
Well...
Yeah, get rid of Makaraka-kan because Shield
Oh.
of Justice does that only better.
I mean, this is just... Oh, yeah, that is something I have to cast. Alright, yeah. Makaraka-kan.
Makaraka-kan. Ashley, Mom was sleeping on my future couch because I told her to go nap while I mopped and bleached the bathroom and bathed. I went to go home
There's
to
new power.
sleep.
You alright there, buddy?
Heart?
Well, no, she said home twice.
Oh, did she? Oh, okay.
Home, Monica, to sleep with my children. So I was sitting here like, I'll refill my bev and sit here a while longer before I wake her up. I knocked over a pile of plastic coffee cups, just cleaned this morning. It woke her. There were like 7. Okay.
At least they're
Oh,
plastic
okay.
and not like glass or ceramic or anything.
Honestly,
wonder
I
if
thought the
this
story was
means
gonna
that
go.
I'm
You
still
use bleach,
capable
and then
of
you got like
change.
something like what are you not supposed to mix
Bleach
with
and
bleach?
ammonia. Bleach and ammonia.
Ammonia.
Do not mix those.
I'm going
Yeah,
to keep learning
that's where I
from
thought it
here
was
on.
going.
And
But
that
so
doesn't
I'm
just
glad it
apply
wasn't
to
more
me.
serious. But
I'm
sorry that
sure
you
the
woke
same
everyone
can
up,
be said
Ashley.
about
Yeah.
you, too.
Oh, she actually said home twice intentionally. She's like she wanted to go home instead of new home.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I read it with the wrong emphasis. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. I wouldn't have picked that up either. So.
So Flashfire, I
starting to
think
look
this is a
forward a
perfect
bit
example
getting
of
older.
why I would not make a good audiobook narrator.
Me, you.
They
and
usually give you
everyone
notes
else
for
is
stuff
going to
like
keep
that ahead of
changing.
time.
We'll all
They-
be
they
so
usually
focused on
do,
each
yeah.
other All those years. I want to
I
watch
know,
how
Ashley.
all of
I'm
us
tired. I've
change
had
each
a
other all
long
throughout my life.
travel,
That's really
and my
really
brain
have.
is still not up. My brain is still not where it needs to be.
Travel messes you up, man.
It does. Like, and I feel like travel just dehydrates me, even though
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like Jen, you saw me. I was drinking a ton of water.
Oh,
while I was in-
100%, yeah.
and I was still feeling dehydrated. Like, how much more water do I need to drink? Thank you for forgiving me this time, Ashley. You are is very magnanimous and gracious of you.
Alright, where am I at? I don't think there's anybody... This all looks pretty good. So I could go to the shrine and I guess dump more points into Yumi. Or, it sounds like there's food in the fridge. I could try to cook. I feel like I want to try to cook.
And then you can have you can go have lunch with Yumi.
Yeah,
you can have lunch with Yumi.
Yay. Alright! Let's make lunch!
Yeah. Oh, we haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah. Oh no, I hate
he's
this.
He's creeping.
This is already bad. Okay, pasta. I know what pasta is.
Yeah, I made pasta for you.
You did. It was very delicious. I had it for dinner last night.
Hey.
When I
I'm
eventually
glad.
got home. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. I felt our social link rank up. I like to combine words because it's just faster.
This is. You're not incorrect. It is faster the first time
Yeah.
you say it. It becomes less fast when you have to explain it, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you pick and choose your battles.
Oh, it's not gonna ask me a question about the easy part. Oh no.
Did you save?
I don't know. Did I just save you guys? I feel like I just saved.
You usually do, but
Oh no, I'm just letting him just throw things in there. I don't think ice cream is the correct answer.
I would agree.
I don't really think either of these are the right answer. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going with ketchup. And the reason I'm going with ketchup is because I've been watching, I guess watching is a strong word. I have been paying attention to the existence of, someone, the only non-D&D and non-dog thing that I currently follow on TikTok is this, woman who makes, a lot of, Asian, like, market foods.
Mm-hmm.
And a surprising number of them use ketchup.
Well, you know, ketchup originally came from Japan.
Did it really?
Yeah, ketchup is a Japanese word, or it's a bastardization of a Japanese word.
Can't tell if you're fucking with me or not.
No, I'm from Pittsburgh. Heinz is there. I believe I've been to the History Museum. I know everything about ketchup.
Well, it was not the right answer. Because it looks horrendous and tastes even worse. Oh. Well.
Back to the save.
Yeah, if it'll
Hopefully.
let me. Let's see.
Hopefully.
All right. Went the wrong way. System load. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Evening. Yeah. So, mayonnaise, huh?
I guess it's gotta be mayonnaise. If it's wrong again, and it's like, nah, bitch, it was ice cream, I'm gonna be so mad.
I might have to make that for my daughters because ice cream is one of their food groups.
Oh my god. Put mayonnaise
Nope.
in it. I don't know why I used a knife. I don't know why I used a knife on mayonnaise. Alright.
Maybe mayonnaise comes in bricks in Japan,
Maybe.
like butter. Like you got a tablespoon of mayonnaise.
Alright, lunch break.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, others. My god, I have to go through so many fucking lit. Jeez, why is she all by herself?
Because she's the Sun Arcana and that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's very son of her. Very son of her.
Why are we fucking eating in the gym?
Because it's cold outside.
But, like, why the gym? There's gotta be... Whatever. The last time we saw the gym in this game is when they were like, hey, your teacher fucking died.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because Yumi's a thespian and she likes being on stage.
Maybe.
Oh, this is tasty.
To think what could have been with Yumi. Oh, look at that blush.
It's so much. It's so much blushing. So much blushing.
It is.
D&D.
D&D.
We got to play together in person with everybody.
That was so fun.
That was awesome.
You know, like it just, I love your tweet that we've made it work with Discord, and like that has been a good thing to get us through the pandemic. But now that I've tasted in-person D&D with you guys, that's hard. Like this is hard. This is hard right now. Like I like less than a week ago, I was sitting right next to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was setting up and I sat down and like moved stuff around and moved my audio back, and I was like, man. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. You got to meet Mally for the first time. You guys actually didn't know each other before we started playing Breach.
That's true. I did not know Mally pre-Breach.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else knew that. So that was kind of your first introduction to her. So this was the first time you actually like saw each other.
Yeah, I have to say, I think we play well on the same side of the table. It was it worked out very well. And when Nico on their stake, sending me each other, cracking ourselves up, and it was wonderful.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I have found Aaron is a lot less intimidating in person when I can stare him down as well when I'm trying to be intimidating versus like staring into a laptop screen, like not knowing where to look. Do I look at the camera? Do I look at the screen? Like when I can actually look him in the eye, I'm like, oh, I feel more intimidating as Vasile.
God, you pulled out some intimidating shit during that game.
I felt empowered being in person. Again, I'm an extrovert. I need to be around people.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I loved, you have an action shot of me that I think needs to end up in the Discord. So we did all the introduction stuff, and then Aaron started the opening credits, and I was like, fuck, my little thing of popcorn's empty. So I got up to try to like fill it really fast, but like was also like kept to like look at the screen to be like, how much time do I have? How much time do I have? And it's a great picture because you can see like I'm clearly moving quickly, but I'm like in a perfect like monk pose of like I'm ready to kick some ass.
Yeah, like you have a perfect center of gravity, and I just put it on Discord now.
Wonderful.
Yes, so is that what we can expect when Gwen
when Gwen gets murdered by this fucking assassin and I need my backup character. Oh God, a lot happened in that session.
A lot did. Maybe we need to play in person more often to get more stuff coming up.
No, Aaron's gonna be too bold if we do it in person too often. It's
okay.
Yeah, the fact that, so to give everybody else some context, so the container of minis that Aaron has lived at my house for a very long time, because we always, like, my house is where we always played our in-person D&D games, the one I was DMing and when we were doing the campaign that Callista was in. All of them were here. So he's like, rather than me just, like, bringing it home every time, I'm just gonna leave it here. It's like, yeah. And then the pandemic happened. So now it's just been here. But we played at Aaron's house on Saturday. So Saturday afternoon, he's like, hey, when you come over, can you bring my box of minis? I was like, fuck. I went downstairs like, James, Jeff, we're gonna have a fight tonight. We're gonna have combat tonight. He asked me to bring the minis over. Cause we were all like we're not in a position where we expect there to be any combat. And I was like, we're in person. He's gonna make there be combat. And then he asked for the minis. I was like, fuck. All right. I was like, maybe he's just fucking with us. And then like right before the game, it was like 10 minutes before we were gonna walk over. He's like, oh, also when you come over, can you bring a black dry erase marker? I can't find mine, and I'll need a black one for drawing on the map. And I was like, that's too specific of a request too close to the actual game time. He is actually fully setting up right now. He's not fucking with us. This is actual combat. Fuck. It's like the only way it's gonna be worse is if we show up and the fucking hourglass is out. Because there's this beautiful ornate hourglass that, like, is a 5-minute timer. That's got, like, these two, like, twinned dragons, like, around it and stuff. And the day he pulled that out while we were in the other campaign was very stressful. And I was like, if we show up and he's asked for the minis and the hourglass is there, it's going to be so bad. So I'm sure he's just gonna save the hourglass for the next time we're all in person.
Yeah, maybe.
It's very stressful when that happens.
So, I just realized we could have entirely avoided that combat if we weren't smart enough to figure out the coin go in the slot.
Yeah, I'm glad you were smart enough to do that. I also, like, me and Jen misunderstood, like, where the medal was. I thought the medal was, like, because he was like, oh, there's 2 bricks and, like, the grout is missing. I didn't picture the grout missing just in that slot between the two. I thought, like, the medal was, like, around one of the bricks. So I was expecting something much bigger. So when you did your check, it was like, yeah, it looks like, you know, something the size of a coin slot. I was like, oh, I have pictured something entirely incorrectly. No wonder I couldn't figure this out. Oops.
Hey, but you know what? We figured it out, and I think it turned out well in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get my plate mail, but you know, I'll keep chasing that dream.
Oh God. Was that encounter where Chili Titties happened?
Yeah, that's exactly, because I was trying so hard to get the hold person to go off so we didn't have to chase him down, and he kept making the whiz save, and it was like my last spell. I was about my second to last spell. I was like, okay, he's gonna run if I don't get this hold person off. And he failed, and then used his bonus action to dash, and then action search, and that's when it came down.
Yeah,
that was the great pronouncement.
It was so good. So, now here's the thing: do we want to explain Chili Titties, or do we just want to let the internet wonder why that was an exclamation?
I don't know. Hey, chat, why don't we leave it up to you? Who would like to hear behind that, hear the explanation behind that, or who wants to try to guess what that means?
Oh God, if someone manages to guess how that came to pass, I don't even know. I don't even know.
All right, if someone's able to guess it, Jen's gonna play Persona 5.
You know what? No, James, you can't cheat. You can't cheat and feed this information to somebody.
I would never cheat.
Jeff, if you're listening, you also can't do that. If someone manages to guess where Chili Titties came from, I will play Persona 5. I'm gonna give the chat of like a minute or so to decide. God.
Here, meanwhile, we'll watch this wholesome family moment on screen.
Yeah, this is not uncomfortable in the slightest. No, I agree. Liz say never something I expected to hear out of James' mouth. There was a lot that happened this weekend that I didn't ever expect to hear anybody say. And Chili Titties was definitely on the list. Alright, bitch, like, let's just reel it in.
He's an actor, he doesn't know how to.
Yeah. Alright, Pathos' guess. Y'all visited a Chili's bar and restaurant, and one of the waitresses was intoxicated and thought she was at her second job at Hooters. No. And surprisingly, you're surprisingly not close. So there's a little hint for you.
Mom?
Oh, God. Oh, she didn't. Okay, I was like, no, don't start voice acting right now. Oh, did he just die? Oh. You must keep breathing? His eyes are... He's still breathing. He's moving. It's fine.
Dad! Dad!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there he goes.
Sorry, Ashley's mom. We're actually very decent folk.
Okay, so now I need to explain what happened. All right. So Liz is the closest by saying, did someone have a mouth typo? That is absolutely what happened. So, it started with, we were talking about a food thing? And
Yeah,
we're
like something from Hanks, maybe.
maybe. And the sentence, the statement was Thai chilies. We were talking about Thai chilies. Thai chilies, Thai chilies, Thai chilies. And then I think it was Jeff said it because you misheard it, and I think that's where this happened. Is he tried to say Thai chilies, and he said chai tillies, which I was laughing about, and James heard, oh, it was while we were at Dropout.
Yes.
It was while we were at Dropout. So Jeff said chai tillies, which we also decided was like a name from like the Odyssey.
Yeah, like there was Agamemnon, Heracles, and I can't.
Chai tillies and
Chitilies and his trireme.
yeah. So he said chai tillies. And you heard chili titties?
I heard chili titties. Yeah.
So you looked horrified, and I was like, and we're cracking up, and we're like, you look wildly concerned. But you didn't explain what you thought you had heard, probably because you didn't want to say chili titties in a restaurant.
You're 100% right. Because and again, for Ashley's mom, I'm actually an upstanding individual.
He really is. He really is. So it was several hours later when we were recounting the story, and Jeff tried to say chai tillies, and he accidentally said chili titties. So now I'm laughing so hard I can't breathe, and you're not in the room, and you're like, what happened? And so I repeat what just occurred and said the chili titties. You're like, oh, that's what I thought I heard you say earlier. So now we're all just like cracking up again. And somehow we landed on that would be a wonderful swear replacement.
And I figured Vasile would be the perfect person to do it because Vasile as a character has only sworn once.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like to swear, so that seems like the perfect way of getting around that little loop, that little rule he has for himself.
I'm trying to remember, when did you swear? When was the Vasile swear?
It was when Vasile went to talk to Nico after the fight with Selsavine, and we found out and it was like Vasile came in and say, look, Nico, I don't care what you think your problem is right now, but I have 7 problems.
Yeah, so I remember I thought you mouthed it at that point, but didn't actually say it.
Oh, I probably mouthed it earlier.
Okay.
But when he said
Mono is gone, yeah.
Mono got that was when it just came. It was just like,
okay.
I'm coming.
No, you can't blush while you ask me to stay here.
Stay by my side.
As a friend, though.
Yeah. Hey, Yumi, it's really funny. I actually started dating my girlfriend when she was crying too. It's just, you know what? I'm thinking less and less of the main character as the story goes on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at boundaries, apparently.
Yeah. No, but that is
Bye then.
for whatever reason. Maybe it's just because it's the Lover's Arcana, and the Lover's Arcana is all about choosing between the easy choice and the right choice. That the moment that you can date them in Persona 3, 4, and 5 is always when the character hits that point where they're about to make the choice of, or they had just made the choice of, am I doing the right thing? Had I made the right choice? And that's usually them crying because they're overwhelmed with the pressure of that decision.
Yeah.
I don't know why they make it. It's like, oh yeah, this is the perfect time to date them.
Yeah,
But
not great.
Yeah, but it's been a running theme in 3, 4, and 5 that it's always at that particular moment that you must choose your words carefully.
God, I hate it.
Yeah, but don't do that in real life, kids. That is not
Like,
not the way of going about it.
Super don't. Anyways, so we decided that chili titties would be a great alternative swear, and then we're like, that would be a thing Vasile would say. It's like, we need to save this. Like, this is happening.
Oh, absolutely. So what I wanted to do, I was like, that entire game, I was trying to think of when I could strategically drop it without it seem like forced in there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was waiting for someone to take like a big gulp, like either Jeff or Jen to take a big gulp of something, and that's when I was gonna do it because I really wanted to get some like nose projectile.
Yeah.
But you know, it felt too organic in the moment where it happened.
Well, it was also funny because, like, as the fight went on, I was like, it's more and more likely this is gonna happen. I need to stop consuming liquids because this is gonna pop up. It was great though. It was so perfect.
Ashley, my mom, and besides, if they're your friends, they have to be decent people. It almost goes without saying. Well, thank you for saying that, but also Ashley is a fine individual as well, and a very welcome and cherished member of our community. Hey, you won a prize.
I won too!
Oh, look at you.
God, stop just giving me more soda though.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Can't believe I got 2 in a row. Jesus.
Of a swear, if you will.
No,
No, I will not. I will not, Liz. I will. Pathos, that is a fun fact about Hooters waitresses. I can't say I patronize that place too much to know.
Too much? But like some?
Anyway,
It's because they've got really good wings, right? And you read the magazines for the articles.
yeah. Totally.
God.
That's totally correct.
Is Tuesday a tutor day?
I don't know.
Where's my stupid notebook? James got to see my absurd pile of notebooks, too.
They are all very lovely notebooks.
There are several of them. There's so many. Let's see. Tutor! Oh, I can tutor, so fuck you. I'm not getting 200. I'm not spending 200. I'm gonna make 10,000. Goodbye.
Yeah, maybe we'll save that story for another night.
Okay, I'm gonna start a list and I'm gonna write Hooters.
Yeah, to help me remember, because I am absolutely not going to write it down. Just put in parentheses bank work trip, and I will remember exactly what that means.
Oh my god! Now I have so many questions. All right,
I'll let everyone's imaginations run wild.
Wonderful. So yeah, so a lot happened in the breach. We got to fight. I think my big thing is it's so hard to tell what's a side quest and what's actually tied to the main quest at this point.
That is true.
So much is happening.
I feel like the way that we're treating side quests, I think the main quest is actually just a side quest.
It may be.
Like if Aaron gave us a month before the coalition meeting and not like a week, you know, we would have absolutely been like, we're gonna solve everyone's problems before we leave.
For sure. For sure. Uh-oh. Damn it.
Oh, maybe Rise woke you up.
Oh, I wish. No, this is gonna be some Marie Margaret shit. Yep, there it is. Is this a dream? God. Oh, and it's over. Okay.
Yeah. See, super nice.
Easy peasy. Oh, my phone's going pee-pee.
Who could it be?
Yep. Yeah, how dare you? It's so quiet. Locating Marie's whereabouts has proven to be more difficult than I expected. Then why are you fucking calling me? Her fate lies with you? She has left you, to be exact? I mean, rude.
Ooh.
Rude.
I know.
Allow me more time. I was gonna allow you all the time you needed. I don't know why you called me to try to, like, this feels like you're trying to be like, just, by the way, when I can't find her, it's your fault. Like, that's what this feels like.
I think she just wanted to call you up to tell you that you're a loser and she left you and get over it. But
Yeah.
it's not her, it's you.
All right.
Just a reminder, if you were too focused on your social links, that we're actually waiting to find Marie. Thanks, game.
All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go talk to what's his butt at the forge. We're gonna go do that. So
Ooh.
what D&D things do you have on your list? Because the only thing I want to talk about is the fact we've been marked by a fucking assassin.
Oh, well, you're missing the most important part. We, in the fight where Vasile said chili titties, you met your boyfriend.
I
Your
did!
in-game you met your in-game
love
boyfriend.
this man. I love this elf. I want Gwen to meet him, and he's gonna be my boyfriend. He's gonna be my boyfriend. It's gonna be wonderful.
All right. Now, we've talked extensively about romance in D&D. So have you like submitted your paperwork to Aaron and the rest of the party about this? And
That's one of the.
I guess
I was making.
I guess
that.
you said.
Go
You
ahead.
just said it in I mean, we were in person in that game, and you announced that this is my boyfriend, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, like no one objected. First of all, but second of all, here's the thing: is much like the rest of D&D, Aaron will turn this into a game of chicken because I have made my usual opinions on romance and D&D known. So now that I've said he's gonna be my boyfriend, Aaron's gonna be like, "All right, you want to play that game? Who's gonna back out first? Guarantee you it's not gonna be me." And he's just gonna make it bad, but in very hilarious ways. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll actually make him my boyfriend. But, like, like, if people want to write fan fiction about Gwen and Mystery Elfman, like, that would be fine.
We need to give him a name. I know Aaron probably has a name for him.
Yeah.
But should we come up with a name now?
No, I don't want to sully it.
Oh, Sully, that's a great name for an
No,
elf.
his name is not Sully.
Everyone, let's
Nope.
Sully the elf.
No. Jen is married, Gwen is not. Gwen is very alone, so...
Wow. That sounds really... So, Gwen, how does that make you
No.
feel? Does Vasile need to get off his clipboard?
Oh, God. Huh. Might have proposed Wilfred. No, you may not!
It's a really common name in the archipelago.
It's just like John. Just everyone's named
Yeah.
Wilfred. Yep.
It's just like John, Steve, or Wilford. You know, very common name.
God. Let's see.
So the memes have been very good again.
Memes have been so good.
I think. Now, I personally was very proud of the conjure water idea.
It
but,
was good, but also just like to hilarious results.
Yeah. I didn't expect to like have to like do a strength like it's like only 10 gallons of water. I was just putting it above our heads. It wasn't like it was falling from a far distance and picking up velocity. But
Well, but even still, like a gallon of water is 8 pounds. So you drop like when you think about like I dropped 80 pounds of water on us.
and it was spread over 10 feet.
10 feet's not that big.
I did the ice bucket challenge, and that was several gallons of water in one bucket. It's fine. It is totally fine.
What do I even do with my... I can't hang out with Yumi. Not like I want to, but...
You want to try to find the hangman, or do you want to...
Sure, yes! How do I fucking do that? I just went and got more letters from Shopman.
Alright, let's go to the first floor of the school.
Oh, that's right, it's the fucking brother. I remember this now. God damn it. This is not the button I want. I like keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, that's a very hangman energy. You keep forgetting about him. Actually, I recognize that it's 80... Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I recognize that it's 80 pounds, but it's 80 pounds spread over 10 feet. So it's only 10 pounds per foot.
That's still a lot. If you drop 10 pounds on somebody, like on their head...
Like directly above your head from a dead stop.
And then there's also the idea of like what that is like. Cool, it's water. Water's like slippery, so it's like if it knocks you just like a little off balance, it doesn't have to knock you down. A little off balance, now you get water under your shoe on some slick stone. Like now it's a whole other thing.
Fair. I still think it was a good idea because we reeked.
Oh no, I like given the options. Yes, good idea. Something needed to happen. So like mechanically, from the outside player perspective, I was like, yeah, someone needed to do something, and that was the option we had, so it was a good option. But then when you think about it as Gwen and Vasile, just being like, oh, I have a solution to this. 10 gallons of water.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that I did not tell Gwen what I was doing.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
which
Gwen,
is incredible.
so Gwen, could you take like one more step forward? Perfect. Here we go. Hey, Ashley, I know it takes 2 pounds of pressure to break a normal person's nose, but I have a very Roman nose, so it takes 4 pounds to break mine. That's how evolution helped me.
No, it's okay. Oh, I'm Naoki Konishi.
I was so hurt by your words.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. Hey, everybody, say it with me. I hate all of these options. I'm gonna say I didn't mind, just to be like, I didn't take it personally, which, oh, fuck, that's a story I didn't tell from work today. A lot of people were very cranky today, for reasons that were understandable, but it meant that, like, the things that happened that made them cranky meant they needed stuff from me. So when they came to ask me for stuff, and I was like, cool, it's like, I can do this, but it's like, these are the caveats, this is how long it's gonna take, whatever. And they're getting, like, real fucking snippy with me. So there was the one guy that I laid the smackdown on. And then other people were just, like, getting attitude about it and being like, well, that's your fucking job. And it's like, I know, but I'm good, but I'm not a magician. I am bound to the laws of physics, which in this case also include the restrictions of supply chains. Like, I'm going to do the best that I can, and if the thing doesn't happen, it's because it was never going to happen. It is not a failure on me. So they're getting, like, real snippy and shitty. And so, like, so then people left my office and I just started working on things. And I'm a little stressed out because I know they need the stuff. Like, I understand the levity, the gravity of the situation. So I'm a little stressed out, even though I know that, like, I'm going to do the best that I can, and I can't do any more than that.
Thank God.
And so my PA comes in while I'm doing this. She's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah. I'm just like, people are getting attitude with me, so, like, I'm a little stressed, and, like, it's gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be stressed while I'm handling this, and as soon as the thing is handled, the stress will immediately go away. It'll be fine. I was like, I'm not. She's like, well, who's being mean? I was like, I'm not super worried about it. I was like, because it's like, I know it's not me. I know the frustration is with all these other things. So, like, this comes up because I'm looking at this guy being like, sorry I said I hated you, and I'm saying I didn't mind. It's like, I'm not saying I didn't mind, but it's like, I recognize you weren't saying that because that's how you actually felt about me. That was just how what you were feeling came out. And it's like, and I get that, so, like, it's cool. But also just maybe don't be a dick about it.
That's why I told you, get a spray bottle and just spray people when they start acting like that. So yeah. Anyways, work things work. You and I can talk later. Assume whatever time we finish, if we can talk later. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a day, but it's fine now. Anyways, D&D things.
D&D. So yeah, now that I have learned that 10 gallons of water require a strength check, I have a new combat ability that I'd like to try out.
I feel like it'll kind of depend on the situation whether he'll call for a strength check, or I could see it being a dexterity. Like, in both, these are both viable. Wish this one had been a fucking dexterity, but
It happens. There you go. Starting a social link on January 18th.
Yeah, let's see. I gotta mark some stuff off here real quick. Hold on. Find the Hanged Man. Got it.
Fun.
Huh. Took me long enough.
So yeah, we have creative use of water to do alleyway bath, which it worked. and that's what matters.
Exactly.
You know, the life is about the destination, not the journey. Yeah,
the ends justify the means. You know, these are all the important lessons to take from this.
That you just said what's on the inside of Vasil's chainmail. He looks at that every day. It's like, yeah, the ends do justify the means. Yeah, so we met Gwen's boyfriend, who yet to be named Elf. I bet I message Aaron right now and he'll give me a name. and then I can lord that over Jen with like, I know his name, and you're probably not gonna like it.
Here's the problem: is so we find out his name, and now then there'll be a ship name, but like Gwen is an awkward thing to like to add like a GW to somebody's name. Like this is gonna get really, really weird really fast.
You know what? I think you underestimate the creativity of the community.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. Like I'm saying, like we'll definitely have one. I think this is gonna be like, and I struggle to say it, Gwenanigans. Visually, it makes perfect sense. You tell me to say it, and I have a problem. And so I think that's what's gonna happen with the ship name with my boyfriend Alf. It's gonna look visually, we're gonna have a good solution, but saying it out loud is gonna be very difficult.
I would like to point out for Ashley's mom, it is my D&D character. I myself do not believe that and disavow any knowledge of that. Again, actually a nice person once you get to know me. Oh yeah, and then the assassin's message from D&D.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was yeah, so do you think there was a universe in where Gwen and Nico could have witnessed what happened in the tavern?
Here's the thing, is with the way the story has been laid out, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, instead of a stakeout, we had like immediately cased the joint, like up close and personal. Like, hypothetically, yeah. That's one of those things that I, like, this is one of the things I've never pinned down about how Aaron DMs. If that was gonna be what we discovered regardless of when we got up and close and personal with the tavern. Like, if instead of a stakeout we had done that, would we have already found the door open? Because it was like, cool, like, you're gonna find this when you get up there. And it's like, oh yeah, this is from a few hours ago. Or if it was like, no, I have set this timeline and there is the possibility that, like, if you walk right up to it, you will catch them in the act or like see something or whatever. I genuinely do not know. I kind of feel like the most realistic option would have been if we had gotten up close and personal, we would have quote unquote bumped into somebody and had a conversation and been like, well, that was weird. And then like later been like, that was the fucking assassin. They were right there and we didn't know. Fuck.
Maybe the homeless guy was the assassin.
Maybe! Who fucking knows, man? Yeah. So, but yeah, finding everything where we found it, like, it is what it is. I think the thing that I'm most concern's not the right word, but like, our 5 names being on there, I get. The fact that Maria's is also on there is what intrigues me. Because, like, the 5 of us have been actively pursuing shit. So the fact that her name is on there, I'm like, what has she been up to the last 2 days? Because, like, we haven't really seen her. Artemisia had her conversation when she, I guess, accidentally, but not accidentally, joined the Sisters of the Vanguard. So, like, they've had that conversation, but there really hasn't been any further interactions with Maria. Like, I popped by to ask about something at, like, the first night we were in town. We don't know what she's been doing. So it's like, that implies to me that she's been getting up to some shit too. Which I'm hoping is the thread we now have, because right now, the way I see it, we have no way to track this spy. Is one of our leads killed the other lead and then disappeared. And maybe we'll get something from, like, being able to talk to the corpses. But much like the original set of corpses, you and I were prepared for the idea that, like, maybe they don't want, like, why would they necessarily tell us something other than just to spite the person who killed them?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't actually think I feel like we should try it anyways, but I don't actually think we're gonna get anything from these fucking bodies. So it's like, cool, we have nothing. The lead, we were gonna follow the soldiers around, they're dead, or we could follow the assassin around. I don't think there's the only way we find the assassin is by intentionally pissing them off by continuing to push on this, and one of us is going to die. The rest of us might be able to then know who the assassin is and follow them. The only way the assassin is a viable lead, someone dies. So,
I just had a thought.
Oh no.
And maybe I'm overthinking this, and you're usually pretty good at telling me, hey, James, you're overthinking this. So, timeline-wise, because this has been stretched over many games.
Yes, it has.
The morning of the current day that we're in
Yes.
was the day where we had a Sisterhood agent give you a horse,
Yes.
the coin, and the crossbow, the giant crossbow
Yes.
bolt.
Yes, along with the list of potential taverns that Selvin was hiding in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that day, Gwen and Vasile went into the sewers, scouted, discovered what they needed to discover, went back to the ship. The Sailor Scouts did their thing at the taverns. We short rested, and then half the party went back into the sewers, and then the other half, you and Nico, staked out the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me that in the time it took all of that to happen, which really wasn't a tremendous amount of time, that this is all less than 12 hours from beginning to where we are right now, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
In the course of 12 hours, the assassin has figured out that we're trying to get to the spy through him, and made enough of an impression for him to whittle a crossbow bolt that's extra large, put our names on it, take out an entire tavern of Selvin agents, and then leave that as a message for us.
So, I think that didn't necessarily have anything to do with us learning about his existence of being somebody we need to follow. I think whoever he is working for, in the last several days, it was like, these people are trouble, and they're onto us. Do something about it. I don't think this was a today thing as far as he or she is concerned, as far as the assassin is concerned. Genderless assassin. I don't think that's new information to them. I think it was them meddling is an inevitability. Like, and since they're trying to, if they know that, like, our thing is like, cool, we need to find this, but like, this is not anybody who's remotely aware of the situation is gonna know that clearly we are gonna want to find the spy. We know about the existence of the spy, and we need to find them. And so this assassin, knowing that, like, okay, well, clearly Selvin soldiers are a tie to that, this is a place I can leave that message that they need to drop this. Because even if we hadn't found that body, if we hadn't gone in there, eventually someone would have found those and found that bolt with our names on it and probably been like, and then, like, we would have been notified, like, hey, your names are at a crime scene. Do you know anything about this? Because, like, the initial thing of the Barons being murdered in the alley, that's a few days ago. So, like, there's been time for word to get around.
Yeah. I just had another crazy idea. And I think you actually triggered it at game night. Because the crossbow bolt that we originally got had birth date, death date, the amount of what the job was worth, the sins of the person, and the person's name.
Yes.
this crossbow bolt didn't have any of that. It just had our names.
I mean,
Do
we
you
don't
think?
we don't necessarily know that. Aaron, for cliffhanger purposes, might have just stopped it there. The first thing I'm doing when we get back to that scene this weekend is I'm gonna be like, is there anything else on this crossbow bolt, or is it just leave it alone and our 6 names? Is there anything else on it? I'm also gonna do detect magic on it. Because I know the original wasn't magical. Not to say this one isn't. So, like, I don't know if that other information might actually be on it or not. I kind of doubt it, but man, do I want there to be. I would love to know what our lives are worth. I would love to know the contract amount.
I think Vasil's going to be really sad to find that he's not worth plate mail. But I'm assuming, in my hypothetical example, I'm going to assume, hey Yumi, that
Hey,
She's very blushy.
that it is very blushy. That none of that other information is there. It's just our names and
Yeah.
what is it? Keep away or stay out
Yeah,
of it.
I think it was like leave it alone. I'm gonna go back and
Leave
listen
it
to it,
alone.
but yeah, it was something like that.
It is possible that someone wanted it to look like the assassin.
I thought of that too, and I hate it.
Because the what we have been told about this assassin, that his way of doing things is with this giant tripod, this giant crossbow that's probably on a tripod at a distance. But this is too close, too personal, too messy, based on what we understand about this assassin. And also,
Are you saying this is too close, too personal, too messy for like this is in the state of the Salsavine bodies?
yeah.
Or are you talking about this as in like the bolt that has our names on it?
The way that the job was handled, maybe that it's just my own my own incorrect assumptions about said assassin. It seems too messy and personal for the way that this assassin goes about his business
So
from
yeah,
like any other job he does.
so I mean, yeah, if you're talking about how the Salsavine soldiers died, like is that where you're?
Yeah.
I'm still okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like the actual assassin contract thing, I think, has a set pattern to it. I think collateral damage is free game. And I guess that's the question of, are we considered collateral damage or not?
See, I don't know if collateral damage is in the MO of this assassin, because the bolt made it, the original bolt made it seem very clear that this person was taken out for literal sins, not like this guy owed money, but like
Yeah.
these were like scum of the earth, and this is like kind of like Batman on a bender,
Yeah.
vigilante justice. So I feel like collateral damage, and I 100% could be wrong. I feel like collateral damage, one, is not very professional. It leaves too much of a mess for what I'm sure this assassin commands as a rate.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't
Yeah.
feel right.
So yeah, I thought about the idea that this was kind of a setup meant to look at it. So that's the other reason I want to get a really good look at it. Is be like, hey, is there any other information? It's like, because I want to say the first one we saw was like, it was in Sylvan, but it was like, it was Sylvan enough that we could read it, but there was still something else. Like, it wasn't like straight up Sylvan. Like, I want to know if what is carved on there and like how it's carved and all the stuff really matches kind of like the cadence of like how that other one is done. Or does this look like an imitation in order to send that kind of message?
If
So-
only there was a code breaker in our party that could be really good at looking at scripts and seeing if there's discrepancies between them.
Yeah. So, that's part of the reason. That's also part of the reason I want to get Detect Magic up. Is I had a brief thought, and I kind of doubt it, but just in case there is, I don't remember what it's called, illusory script.
Yeah.
In case some of that shit's going on, because that'd be a real good way to hide some shit too. Especially if this is supposed to be sending, like, let's assume this is an actual assassin who actually knows a lot of shit about us. They would know that I like a lot of the shit that I can do. Like, that is the perfect way to be like, hey, I have a message specifically for you. Like, that could just be a whole extra layer of fuckery. So I'm curious. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could be going on there. I have thought about the idea that like maybe this isn't really from that. So I want to take a good look at it, and then I also want to like compare it to the other one. I don't want to remove this before we like finish looking at it where it is. But I want to take it and do a physical physical comparison, because I feel like the actual assassin is going to be very meticulous, and that like the construction should roughly be the same, and it should be the same size, and like all of that kind of stuff to make sure this is
same type of wood.
Exactly.
Because I know we figured out what type of wood it is.
Yeah, it was a very specific wood. So it's like I want to check all of those things. So I have a fucking list. And
you also have a regular list.
Yeah, also a regular list. The fucking list also has my boyfriend on it. So we'll see. There's many possibilities. And I don't actually know which ones I feel like are most likely. I feel like if this was the actual assassin, somebody's gonna have a back alley face-to-face threatening conversation with this individual. If any of us are ever alone, like, I don't think they're gonna flat out kill us right then, but like, hey, I'm still here. Fuck off. Stop touching this. Or this is someone impersonating something, and
the kind of butchery that happened in that tavern, you know who it reminds me of? Endrick. Known butcher of people in very gruesome ways.
Yeah. I feel like his butchery was very how do I want to was motivated? Like there was clearly torturing for information, and then it was full on dismemberment. This was just flat out murder. Like there's not like didn't he say like one of the dudes was like cut in half? I feel like that's not Endrick's style. I feel like
he has a great sword.
Yeah, I feel like just by the very limited bit that we have watched him. Not to say that what he did before was clean, but this feels too messy, as in it feels too much was left behind and didn't serve a purpose. I feel like all the shit he was doing when you found him in the woods, I feel like all of that had some kind of purpose. And this was like this was making an example and like putting on a display. I don't feel like he's a put on a display guy.
Maybe, but if Endrick did it, he clearly left the bolt there. So maybe it's not. He's trying to not make it his style while still having his fingerprints, so to say, on it. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws now.
Yeah, I agree with our original assessment that I think that thinking it's Endrick is just too on the nose, and I think that's what Aaron wants us to think, and I think it's too like. That would be too much.
I think he wants us to think it's the assassin. So I think because of the bolt.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, let me rephrase this. I was saying that both things were true. That Aaron wants us to think that Endrick is the assassin.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I hate all of these. Oh, I hate them. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I made her cry. Oops. Anyways, regardless.
You've made a lot of people cry in this game.
Yeah, it's a talent I have. Regardless of who actually left it behind, like we've clearly been on the right track if we have warranted such a threat. So that's encouraging.
There you go. There's that positive reinforcement we were looking for.
Like that's encouraging, but I genuinely do not know what to do from here, because I feel like the two leads we had are gone, and I think the only thing that I remotely have at this point is the fact that Maria's name is on that bolt, so that implies that she's been up to something. And
So-
maybe she knows something.
So here's what I think, and this is 100% metagaming because I've DM'd before. I think there's going to be something in that tavern that we can pursue as a lead.
I'm hoping
And I think our conversation with your boyfriend will be the release valve that Aaron can move the story along. Like, okay, we talked with the Barons enough. They're like, okay, you can help us out here because this is bad if this goes down the way it's going down currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that option is there if we just totally F up whatever goes on in the
I
tavern.
just wanted to run away from all of that. I wanted to look the other way for my entire life.
Oh, we suddenly have voice acting. Oh, and it's gone. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you're not inner circle voice actor. You know, you only get so many lines. Was she talking with Teddy? Is this
bear fruit. Let's do what you can. That's all anybody could ask of you. I had words and I lost them. Yeah, I expect there to be... there's got to be something in the tavern else. So it's like, check the bodies. Like, right now we haven't been upstairs. This is a 2-story place, I think. So it's like, gotta go look up there. I'm still debating. Like, I have 2 sendings. And it's like, all right. Probably kind of need to talk to you. Kind of need to talk to Maria. Kind of feel like I should tell Arturo BT dubs we've all been threatened by maybe an assassin. How are you? You know, there's many options, and I was like, I don't know which way I want to go, and I also am afraid to take my eyes off this fucking bolt. Like, if we go cool, Nico and I are gonna go check upstairs real quick, because there's just dead bodies down here. I don't want to come back downstairs and, like, bodies have been moved, or they're gone, or the bolt is gone. Like, I'm like, nope, someone is staying right here. All the time. Like, the Baron's bodies have thoroughly ruined me, where I'm like, if we don't actively watch something, it'll disappear.
maybe next wizard you'll play a necromancer so you can just make them walk with you.
There we go.
Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah. Give me that level 9 social link.
Oh, see
There you go.
later.
So close, and then you'll never have to talk to her again.
Thank goodness.
What a good friend.
Welcome back.
I'm so
Oh.
glad he didn't say Big Bro out loud. God, I'm so glad.
I was just to say, like, I saw it in the text, and I have completely forgotten that he calls you Big Bro.
Alright. James, you want to call it a day?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to call it.
Alright. It's a nice, convenient place to call it. That never happens.
Yeah, I mean, you could go for 2 more minutes to make it a nice, even 108 hours.
Oh, God, no. God, that's so much time. That's so much time. Anyways. Who ate a ketchup packet? Your cats ate a ketchup packet. Okay. That's fair.
Did you also think that Ashley ate a ketchup packet? Because that's what I first thought.
Wasn't sure. It seemed viable, so I wasn't sure. Hey, James.
Hey, Jen.
You can't hear it, but I put on my song from Popsky. Thank you for joining me, both in person last week and virtually now.